p.m. and at Baker California Stadium. It's LAFC playoff time against the Galaxy. El Tráfico, the playoff edition. You can hear that on our sister station, 11:10 a.m. and the ESPNLA app at 6:30 p.m. Also big news, Steve Mason has a new Grubhub password.
Going to my Grubhub account, and I am putting in a password that I can't possibly remember, so I am locked out of my Grubhub account forever.
All right, you really want to do it?
I do.
Give it to me. Yes, that's the way to do it. I will put a password in that you can't remember.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
I mean, technically, there's other apps that deliver food and donuts, but we'll go along with this one. Let's get to the fun. Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon.
Very fair point, Chris Morales. Did you break down and go to a DoorDash? What's another one?
Postmates.
Yeah, you had
Uber
many
Eats,
options. Did you use any of them?
None.
Do you want to get this out of the way early? Do you want to ask your one question to try and determine the password I put in your Grubhub account?
Right. So Ireland,
you get one yes or no. Go ahead and set it up.
Okay. So Ireland yesterday, I decided I'm going to change my Grubhub password because I'm ordering donuts and ordering food. It's just ridiculous, out of control. So I said I'm gonna put in a password that I can't possibly remember and change my account. And Ireland said, no, I'll put in a password for you.
Yep.
So yesterday
you
put in a password. I think my first yes or no question was, does it have something to do with my dogs?
Correct. The only hint I gave you was it has something to do with you.
Correct.
That's all I told you. All right. Now, what is your question today?
Does it have something to do with Venice?
No.
I like the pause. I like that you're doing the pause.
Yeah, no, I
just
thought
to
for a
mess with him.
second I might have nailed
Wanted
it.
to think about it, but the answer is no.
The answer is no. All right.
Okay, so you get another one tomorrow.
I get another one tomorrow.
It's like poker. You should do pause every time.
By the way, you know what I did last? I practiced slap fighting last night.
With the hands?
I had slap fight practice.
Do you want to go right now?
No, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
2 o'clock.
All right.
I believe I kicked your ass today.
Okay.
I did a lot of slap.
Yesterday, I think it was just a one-sided route.
It was a route. It was.
I think I whacked you about 5 times before I said you said uncle.
I'm probably going to suck because I just took
a gummy?
No, I did not take a gummy. I took a couple Dramamines because I'm sick to my stomach.
Emily gave him Dramamine, which is what you take for motion sickness.
Yeah, that's nausea, right?
Yeah.
Nausea, isn't that what
I used to get car sick as a kid, and that's what I would take.
That's what I would take, yeah. Now, it does make you a little drowsy, so I may not off during the show. I may pull.
Well, I've done that for years, so I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, no, that's John's game. So are you excited about tonight? Are you thrilled about tonight? Everybody, the whole gang's back together?
I'm anxious to see if they meet the challenge.
Well, that does not sound like, rah, we got this.
I think Golden State was a terrible team to open against because they're so good.
They are really good.
The Clippers on paper look really good. You know, there was some weird story today that they're thinking about bringing Kawhi off the bench to help manage his minutes. I don't know what they're thinking.
Well,
they don't value the regular season, the Clippers. So that's why I think the Lakers are going to win.
You do think the Lakers are going to win?
I do, because the Clippers don't value the regular season.
Because lately we've gotten the short end of that stick.
Oh, yeah. The Clippers have been, hyper dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, new season, new year.
New season, new
Keep
year.
hope alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Lakers by 6.
Yeah, I want to keep my streak going.
Oh, no.
Are you you're betting on the Clips?
Give me 20. Another 20. The 20 I won, give me another 20.
What's the spread?
What's the spread?
I don't know, Greg. What's the spread?
I'll look it up.
We'll look it up. I would imagine take a shot, John. You're usually good. I say Clippers by 2.5.
I'm going to say Clippers by 5.
Okay.
What is it?
Clippers by 5.5.
Oh, my God.
I should open
You're
a
just
sportsbook.
Seriously.
Yeah, you should.
That is ridiculous.
I'd lose my ass, but I should open a sportsbook. Everybody who thinks they could run a sportsbook.
No, the people who own the sportsbook do really well. It's the people that go to the sportsbook that have trouble.
But if you need somebody to just set your odds, call me.
Yeah, no, you're
I
the
can
guy.
just make it up. Like, who do the Rams play this week? They have a bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
They should beat that game.
Hey, we're 3-3 first place.
Must win.
It's a must win. No. You must win the bye.
Who do the Chargers play? They play the Seahawks. Where is that game?
The Seahawks, they play.
It's
in Seattle, I think.
It's in Seattle?
Or they just played at home.
All right. I for that game, that's hard. If it's in Seattle.
Yep. No, it's at home. It's a home game.
It's
Seattle
at home.
Oh, they get that big home
crowd.
crowd.
They got it at, you got the line?
I got it.
All right.
Big home crowd. Home cooking.
Chargers by 3.
Chargers by 5.5.
Okay, a little off
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
how about
Chargers
Raiders Texans?
Raiders, Texans.
Where is it?
Home. Allegiant.
It's at the Roomba.
Yep.
Oh, Raiders would be pretty good favorites there.
The Death Star.
Houston's terrible.
Raiders by 6.5.
Ooh, close. Raiders by 7.
By 7.
Okay.
There
Want to
you
keep
go.
doing this? Any more you want to do?
You're right on the money. Okay.
Well, you get to do. Let's do one more. Pick a game, any game.
Lions Cowboys in Dallas.
And
is
Dak
back.
coming back.
Yeah.
Dallas by 7.5.
I'd go
Ooh,
10.5.
You are so close. John's
is
right
it?
on it. It's Dallas by 7.
Niners. Last one.
Okay, last one.
Last one.
Who are they
Nine-
playing?
They're playing the Chiefs at
Niners,
home
Chiefs in
up in San Francisco.
Levi.
Yeah, Levi.
That is a tough game to
Yeah.
pick. Chiefs by 1.5.
Chiefs by 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You're good at
On
this.
the road.
Yeah.
You're good at. By the way, we're streaming the show today on YouTube. You can go to YouTube / ESPNLA, and we're
YouTube.com
there,
/
and we're doing that. What's that? Berman?
YouTube.com /
Is the .com not assumed?
Yeah,
No.
I think it is.
The
Nobody
www
says-
is assumed. I don't think
YouTube.
they.
Bergman, you want us to read the exact web address?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
www.youtube.com
No, yeah. See, if you're gonna do it right, do
slash
HTTP.
ESPNLA.
HTTP.
don't just
Greg
write
Bergman,
UCOM
the assistant
you-
program director, get the title right.
All I'm asking for is the .com. It's not like I'm sitting here asking you to do everything else.
HTTP.
And break.
Do
Do
you
not
know the difference
Do not
between-
go 1 minute past 1:59.
Well,
break.
we have a clock for a reason,
It's
John.
a-
I don't know why this is.
Don't
a
have
problem.
a clock
we
for a
don't-
reason.
Nobody pays
Good
attention to the
God.
clock except you.
No, you know, a lot of
we
people
made
say.
the clock for a
lot
reason.
of people say, "Boy, those guys, Mason and Ireland, they got a good clock." Nobody says that.
All the time.
Nobody has ever.
Just make sure
said
you get that L in there. That's all
Nobody
that
has
matters.
Ever said that? So apparently it's
L in there.
YouTube.com for those of you unfamiliar with the internet. Search ESPN.
By the way, Greg,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to try it right now.
If you do YouTube,
And don't put .com in, that it'll go to YouTube.
it will not.
Of course it will.
Let me see.
If you just type
Yeah,
in YouTube,
I did.
Did.
Well,
Just
because
went
you already
to
have
YouTube.
the .com. Because you already have the .com.
It
If-
fills
All
in.
I did was
It
type
fills it in.
YouTube.
yeah, if you
And
and
it
there's
went
nothing
in.
else but YouTube, it would take you to Google.
No. I just typed in YouTube,
just-
and I got right. It took me right to YouTube.
What's more,
I didn't type in the .com.
I searched YouTube ESPNLA and the show came up. You don't need the .com. The .com is
This
the
is just
.com bubble is over, Greg.
This is the
I hate to tell you
ridiculous
this.
conversation
.com
ever.
bubble.
No, I'll do it again. YouTube.
Then now make sure it doesn't populate the .com.
Well, but if it does, then
It
I don't need it. It
populates
did.
everybody's-
It did. So why do you need? You don't need it. Just type in YouTube.
So how come
it'll
when
give
you-
you the
So
.com?
how come you say go to SteveMason.com?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jorge.
Well,
No.
because you don't say go to Steve Mason. You say go to Steve
gonna
Mason.
try that.
What's the
It's a
difference?
website.
What's the difference?
Big difference.
No, because it's you. Because it's Steve Mason.
Okay.
It's not YouTube.
I just typed. You're going to be very upset, Mace.
Damn hockey player.
I just typed in one word, Steve Mason.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing that comes up,
Serial killer.
Steve Mason stats and news from NHL.com.
See?
Then on the right side, the Wikipedia page
Yeah, no, I see
for
that.
Steve Mason, ice hockey goaltender. Then, this is what's really going to bum you out. Steve Mason official website, okay? Mm-hmm. A website comes up, stevemasontheartist.com. I don't even know. Is there...
Now, why does it for me come up? I'm first, and for you it comes up. I'm third.
Probably because you go to it a lot.
I do Google.
I just,
I do.
you know,
search myself a lot.
I'm a virgin Googler in
It's a
the case
bookmark
of
now
this.
for
Yeah.
you.
What's that?
It's a bookmark for
That's
you
a
now.
bookmark.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what it is. All right. So, well, that was. Oh, thank you. So,
Like a well-oiled machine around here.
thank you very much.
SteveMason.com.
Bergman walked in and just threw a stack of papers at Mason. No explanation.
He
or
needs his
anything.
purple papers.
I need my.
If
these
he
are
doesn't
called-
have his purple papers,
These are called the purple papers.
Good
I
to
get
know.
the purple papers every day.
Good to
and
know.
The purple papers are what gets
Say
me
it 5
through the
times
show.
fast.
Purple paper. Purple paper. Purple paper. Purple paper. After our rousing
ridiculous
start.
show. Why don't you read the first one, the ESPN bundle one?
Do I have to read? No, it's not yet. Right?
About a minute and a half.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to go a minute too early.
Yeah.
You know, we have a great clock.
We have that. Oh, best clock in the business. That's. Oh, you know what? Here's what pisses me off: the Marconi Awards, John.
Yeah.
The Marconi Awards.
Did we even
The winner was been announced.
apply?
let's do that next.
Okay.
The Marconi Awards. They just announced the winners, and I have comments. Hey,
I don't think we put our name in the hat.
Bergman, isn't that
Don't you have
part of
to
your
apply for it?
responsibility?
There's nothing on my list of things I
You're
have to
in
do
management.
that
Are
says
we
go
not
to
entered to the Marconi
MarconiAward.com.
All right.
Yeah, .com.
Do
See
that
that?
coming up. Hey, is Michael Thompson coming by today?
Says he is.
Cool. And
Yeah.
Anita Marks is coming by today at 2:15. Big show. Opening night for the Lakers at Crypto against the Clippers. Hey, stream live sports and original content with ESPN.
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
New friend, a couch outside his apartment.
So I was leaving my apartment this morning and I saw 2 brown leather couches, a love seat and a full-size couch. Okay. They looked in good condition and pretty comfortable. I didn't actually go up to it yet, but if they're still there when I get back and they're in good condition, should I take them or is it just kind of weird to take couches that were left?
You don't know what the hell has happened on those couches. What if Mason was sleeping naked and eating dinner on that couch every night for a year?
3 words. Black light test.
I mean, what would we do without Corporate Greg? Mason and Ireland continues your Thursday right now.
So,
They're still there, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, the couch is still
wow.
there. They were there this morning.
So that means that the dumpsters wouldn't take them. The trash people
There was
wouldn't
actually
take 'em.
dumpsters in front of them.
Right, but they left them there hoping that the sanitation
Right.
people
Would take
waste
'em
management
away
people would take away, and they're
and they
not going to.
didn't.
So are you thinking about it now?
I mean, it's a leather couch, so I can just spray it down.
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
what?
no.
What do you
Lights
swing
all
by,
out, yeah.
swing by,
No.
pick it up after the show today?
Yeah, you know.
Or a-
Hashtag-
or
You want
a-
one with
yeah.
the love seat? I'll get you the love seat.
No,
I can bring it down to your
yeah,
house
no.
in Manhattan Beach.
No, that's crazy.
No?
Filthy, crazy. Even too filthy for me.
No, that's not true. There's nothing too filthy.
We just
for you.
heard a Dr. Clapper promo, and it's what do Barbara Streisand, Pat Summitt, and I don't know, a great white shark have in common? I forget what the third
No,
one
I think it was
I'll just
another
say
old
great white
person.
shark.
Yeah.
And you said you were sitting in the bullpen today, and what'd you see?
There's like 20 Barbara Streisand clips on Dr. Clapper's page for this weekend. I cannot wait to listen to Weekend Warrior.
Oh, man.
People who need
Love
people.
Yeah. What's funny about Barbara Streisand is famously a pain in the ass, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, so famously. So my friend was a PA at the Golden Globe Awards, and so Barbara Streisand was going to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award, being a pain in the ass or whatever the award was for. And so Barbara wanted to know, and you know how that's like in a ballroom and people are seated at these tables having dinner and then people go up on stage, all that stuff with the Golden Globes. So my friend, who's a PA, said Barbara Streisand wanted to see what the lighting would look like when she was seated at her dinner table. So the PA had to go to sit in the seat where Barbara Streisand's going to be sitting, and see how the light was, take a picture, then bring the picture back to Barbara Streisand. And Barbara Streisand said, I don't like the light. I want it to be a little bit more like this. Then the PA goes back, changes the light, gets a picture taken in that lighting, goes back to Barbara Streisand, repeated the process 3 times.
Wow.
High maintenance. And she is one of those people you're not supposed to look at in the eyes.
You're just supposed to, like, walk in, deliver something to her, and don't look at her?
Don't make contact.
Why,
exactly.
Why do I think that was Diana Ross? That story got tied
to
Diana
Ross is the opposite. Remember, we were at...
Is Barbara Streisand the origin of that story? The don't look her in the eyes?
Yeah, that is. That is. The Diana Ross is you and I were... Was that you and I at the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah, when we had better seats than she
right.
did.
And remember,
she was super cool.
She was super cool. She's up dancing and singing. That was the Sting concert. She was fantastic. So the Marconi Awards announced their winner for Sports Station of the Year. It was 97.1 the ticket. Now, what is 97.1 the ticket?
Are they in Detroit?
Yes, they are.
They are in Detroit.
I got a job offer there once.
They won Sports Station of the Year. The nominees... KNBR, good station up in San Francisco.
I was on them with those guys Friday.
The Sports Hub. Where's the Sports Hub?
Dallas, I think.
No, the Sports Hub in Boston.
Boston,
with WEEI. It's actually...
WIP in Philly. It's a great sports station. And then 92.9 ESPN. Where's 92.9 ESPN?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Now, how the hell were we... I mean, this is a big-time station. How were we not... considered? How did Memphis beat us?
Well, Memphis is probably in a different... They're probably in the medium market category.
No. Sports Station of the Year.
Was in Memphis?
Was the winner was 97.1.
That's
the ticket
in Detroit.
Yeah. KNBR, 98.5 the Sports Hub, 94
Oh yeah,
WIP.
we'd be in the same group as KNBR.
We'd be in that same category. Now, you said something, I love awards, John.
Yeah.
I am a huge I'm in this for the awards. I've said this many times on the show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bergman, why were we not included in this? Did we even apply? Are we like on the... Did we actually make an application to Mr. Marconi, who these awards are named after?
So I wrote to Mr. Marconi every day for 6 months, and I received nothing back.
I think you did nothing of the sort.
You did no. We did not even
Are we doing
apply,
live today today?
No, we're not doing live.
No, I did nothing.
You did
I
did
did
nothing
absolutely
to
nothing.
apply.
There
Did
was nothing.
anybody do anything
That actually
to apply?
sounds like something the assistant programmer would do. Like the assistant program director would do.
That's Amanda. Amanda, the program director, would do.
No. The program director delegates to you to do the actual work.
Yes.
I was not delegated to do. So
Yes.
if I was delegated to do, then I would do.
Well, now we're delegating. We want to be.
But you're not-
We want
but
to
you're
be
not
in
my
it
boss.
next year. Yeah, but you have 2 hats. I
have a lot of hats.
This hat.
You have your assistant programmer
Right.
hat. I'm coming to you as the producer, or as it says on your business card, the executive producer.
Does it say that on my business
of Mason and I? Well, it says it on your email, doesn't it?
It might.
Aren't you the executive producer?
Executive producer.
Ooh,
Now, so I'm coming to you
What's
in
better,
that
executive or
role.
senior?
In
Okay.
that role, executive's better.
Executive better.
Senior is a title bump with no money. You don't want senior.
No, you want the executive.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
cool.
Executive means you were able to get a few more bucks out of them. Senior is what you tell somebody when you can't give them any more money.
Yes.
I'll make you a senior producer.
Senior producer. Next year, let's apply. One of my biggest moments was when I was working in New York, and they came out with the New York Radio Awards. Mm-hmm. And there's no lie of the day today. This is like a totally legit story. So they had New York Morning Show of the Year. And the nominees, Scott Shannon.
Wow, he's like an
Legend.
icon.
Howard Stern.
Well, best ever.
Don Imus.
Pretty big there.
Somebody at KWPLJ. And then me and Sue Kolinsky.
Mm-hmm.
We were.
Did you win?
We did not win.
Yeah, tough going up against Howard Stern.
But I don't think we ever had a chance.
That
was an honor.
I saw a tweet from the Angels the other day saying, congratulations to Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, both nominated for the Hank Aaron Award, which goes to the best offensive player in the American League. And I thought, well, it's nice that they're recognizing their players, but there's no chance in hell anyone but Aaron Judge is winning that award.
Exactly. But it is an honor to be nominated.
So, Bergman, as the EP of this show, get us in the mix next year, will you?
All right, next year. Just remind me.
2023 is our year.
When do I go ahead and start sending that in?
Probably now.
I'd start now. They just announced the winner, so get an early jump on this.
Do I go to like MarconiAwards.com?
MarconiAwards.com. No, you don't need the .com.
You don't need the .com.
Yeah,
don't need the
Okay, so
.com.
let's try this. I'm going to type in Marconi Awards.
Yep, and see what comes up.
And
then
it takes me to Google. Shocking.
Just go down that rabbit hole, and then you'll be fine.
So tonight, the Lakers are home to the Clippers' first home game of the 22-23 season. And we've talked a lot about the construction of the roster, and of course, we got pretty demolished against Golden State the other night. The Clippers have kind of had some success against us recently. I'll just phrase it like that.
It's good. Nice way of putting it.
Yeah, some success against us lately. Now, Woj said something really interesting about this Lakers team and the plan forward. Listen to this.
Greeny, I'm told to expect Rob Pelinka and the Lakers to wait until post-Thanksgiving, 20 games into this season, and see what teams may start pivoting, who don't start off well, who decide that they may start to look to unload players and perhaps get involved in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, to get down in the lottery instead of, as we saw in previous years, teams chasing the play-in tournament, and see then using that 2027, that 2029 pick, and of course Russell Westbrook's expiring contract to see what is going to be out there in the marketplace. And as more teams and more players become sellers, there were so many buyers the last couple of years. The expectation is there'll be more sellers this year. You start to see the asking price in trades go down. It's supply and demand. So expect the Lakers really to get to that 20-game point where teams kind of reach an inflection point about how they want to proceed, and then see what might really be available to help improve this Lakers team.
So this is kind of what you were saying yesterday, that this Wembanyama is going to...
I've heard exactly what Woj has heard.
So here's my question. What if after 20 games we're, 8-12?
Okay.
What if it gets away from? What if we're 7-13?
Okay.
What did we wait for? I mean, in other words, what if we are not good enough to even be at a good spot after 20 games?
Well, I mean, we could even go more extreme. Let's say they're 5-15.
Okay, 5-15.
That's still, when 10 teams make the playoffs, that's not out of the playoff picture. It's a really bad start.
Terrible.
Well, if you look at a basketball season as 4 quarters, okay, 20 games, 20 games, 20 games, 20 games. I'm a little light. It's 82 games.
Yeah, right.
But, so that would be a first quarter disaster if you go 5-15. But then if you trade for a pretty good impact guy, somebody dumping a really good player to try and get in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, then all of a sudden your second quarter could be 15-5. Then all of a sudden you're 20-20 and you're right where you need to be in the playoffs and make a run.
Now, don't you think teams know if they're in it or not in it already?
Some do. I don't think the Lakers do.
No, I don't think the Lakers. I think the Lakers' season is a question mark. It's a jump ball. Could go either way.
I said to somebody, I was talking to somebody on the phone last night, and I said, I can't remember a year when there were this many good teams at the start of an NBA season. And here's what I mean. I'll give you, like normally, at the beginning of any NBA season, normally you can
eliminate a bunch.
You can pick 4 teams and the champ is coming out of those 4 teams.
Right.
Now, I'm just going to give you a team. You tell me if you can see any chance at all of them winning a title.
Okay.
Okay.
Winning a title or being a
Making the finals.
Making the
you
finals.
you make the finals and you could win it. All right, Boston.
Yes.
Brooklyn.
Yes.
Philly.
Yep.
This is a hard one. Cleveland.
You know what? I think Cleveland is a really good sleeper this year.
Okay, I do too. Milwaukee.
Yes.
All right. Miami.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I doubt this one, but it's a maybe. Atlanta.
DeJounte Murray joining
Yeah.
Trae Young. I mean, it'll be a dangerous team. I don't think it's a finals team, but it'll be a dangerous team.
So that's 7 teams
In
just
the
in the
East.
East.
Right.
Okay. And the West is even more likely. Like, here's the West. Dallas made it to the
Not to the finals.
Well, they made it to the conference finals last year. Denver. A lot of people think Denver might have the best record in the league this
Jamal
year.
Murray's back. Yeah, they could be really good.
Minnesota with Gobert and Towns.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah, they're very they're much better than they have been.
Golden State.
Oh, of course.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Lakers. They make a trade.
Right.
Okay? That's 8 more. Half the league, you wouldn't rule out. I can't remember that. I've been doing this 23 years. I can't remember a year where you would say, there's 15 teams with at least a puncher's chance.
Sure.
And so now, what do you do if you start the season 2-15?
Oh my
Okay.
God. 2-15?
No, not the Lakers.
Oh.
If you're San Antonio.
Right. Which I think that 2-15 is completely reasonable
Right.
for them.
If you're like Utah actually won last night.
Yeah, going nowhere. Houston.
Portland.
Yeah.
Let's use Portland.
Yeah.
Okay. Portland won last night.
Yeah.
But let's go. They beat Sacramento. But let's say they start 2-15. Do they think about trading Damian Lillard? Probably. To get Victor Wembanyama, who they say if the day you draft him, your franchise value goes up $500 million? Yeah. You would think about it.
By the way, here's an interesting dynamic with Dame Lillard that I came across. So he is 500 points shy of Clyde Drexler for becoming the all-time leading scorer in Portland Trailblazers history.
Yeah.
And he says that's one of the reasons why he's stuck around. He wants to be the franchise's all-time leading scorer. Once that happens, once he scores those 500 points or whatever, 5 and change, then does he start looking for a way
here's
out?
Here's another scenario. I'm just throwing it out there. Brooklyn did not look great. Okay? Brooklyn, even though they have Durant and Kyrie and Ben Simmons and all those guys, they lost. So if that thing goes south, okay, if they start 5-15,
right,
Kyrie's a free agent at the end of the year.
Sure. Do they get out of the Kyrie business?
And where does Kyrie want to come?
Right here.
Right. So that's why everybody's like on the Lakers, like, why haven't you done anything? Why haven't you trade West? Like Travis yesterday saying, this thing's over. Make a decision on
Did Travis announce it's over?
Yeah, Westbrook. The Laker-Westbrook relationship, Travis feels is over.
I totally agree with that.
And
I think the Westbrook-Lakers thing is over.
Do something right now. Okay?
Well, I don't. And if there's a better deal out there, then wait. But I also do.
What we're talking about is why you wait.
But I think that
what happened? You can't foresee if a great player like a Lillard, a Kyrie, somebody like that, is going to be available in a month.
Right.
And that's what we're just talking about.
But the wait 20 games thing is more about what's available at the other end, because I don't think there's any.
But that's what we're talking about.
There's no question at some point. I think the Westbrook Lakers thing is over.
Right, but that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
In a month, there may be a guy or two available that right now just isn't.
Yeah.
You know, Portland's a great example. Brooklyn's another great example. Wizards have Bradley Beal. Okay,
I love Bradley Beal.
You know what's Charlotte? You know, I don't know.
I mean, they're, you know, they got LaMelo.
Yeah, I mean, what if? It sure appears like Miami is in it to be a title contender.
Yes.
But what if that thing goes south? They got a lot of stars on that team.
Yeah, they do.
So that's why you wait.
All right, coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. Also, Juan says that something we planned on yesterday's show is going to be an absolute disaster. We'll explain what it is coming up. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Wheel of Questions is presented by our friends at Puente Hills Toyota. Got a car that's just sitting around not being used? Bring it to Puente Hills Toyota today for an instant cash offer. Puente Hills Toyota, the house of yes. Producer Jorge, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it!
Okay, we've had variations of this question before, but let's try it. If you could instantly become a master of any one skill, what skill would you pick? So by snapping your fingers, you are now a master of a skill, and you get to pick what the skill is, but you can only pick one. Jorge, what are you picking?
I want to be a pilot.
Really? Be able to fly any
I want
plane?
To fly anywhere.
Yeah.
Any
I
plane.
think Michael would take that.
Yeah,
Michael's coming in later
too.
today. I think
Fly
that
anywhere.
Michael loves aviation in general. Like he claims
He can.
that if anything ever happened to one of our pilots on a flight, that he could take over and fly the plane. And I said, what do you think qualifies you that? He goes, Ireland, I sit at home on a internet flight simulator.
Does he really?
Yeah, and he claims, remind me to bring this up when he gets here. He claims that one time, him and a couple other guys, the Delta people let him go to the flight simulator.
Okay.
And he landed a plane no problem, and the other guys wrecked the plane.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So Michael has skills.
Yeah, so he would pick the same thing as
Michael
you picked.
loves aviation and space.
Bergman, what would your one skill be?
It's a tough one. You know what I would do? My one skill would be picking up heiresses.
That is a great answer. Yeah. The ability to
pick up any heiress.
Clearly, you have no ability so far.
Well, no, but wait a minute, Greg. Yeah. You just haven't met the right heiress.
That's exactly true. I haven't met a heiress.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Are you going to the game tonight?
I am.
I'm going to find an heiress at the game just to introduce you to practice. There's going to be it's opening night for the Lakers. There'll be an heiress
there. Would they be heiri?
No, heiress.
Heiress.
But if there are multiples.
Heiresses.
Oh, heiri.
Heiresses, I think.
Heiresses.
Yeah, I think it would be good. Mace, what's your one skill?
Mine, I'll tell you, I confronted it again today. I did a podcast with Frankie Quinones from This Fool. Fantastic. And I told him, I took 2 years of high school Spanish.
Yours is the same as mine.
I want
the ability to speak any language.
I did Berlitz,
that would be it.
Duolingo. I've tried every single one. Nothing sticks.
I think it's really cool to break that out if you meet somebody from like France.
Oh yeah,
and then you just start speaking. You just start
French heiress. Yeah, we could team up for Bergman.
Bergman, that would be awesome.
You just talk me up, but would you talk me up is the real question.
Wait, you know who is an heiress? She's married.
Well, that doesn't help me.
Well,
maybe it does.
Maybe you can get her to, leave her guy and go to you. Yeah. Julia Louis-Dreyfus's father ran a fund worth billions.
Well, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is beautiful and funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
But again, she's been married to Brad Hall, a comedian.
Yeah,
they met on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah. The one thing about her
Does Sue know her? Probably. Sue Kalinsky probably knows.
I'm sure
Julia.
she knows. Yeah. The crazy thing about that is I always said that, I think money can rob you of motivation, right?
Not in her case.
Not in her case, which I think is really impressive. Like not in, say, Michael Douglas's case. He came from the
Kirk Douglas
acting fan. But there are a lot of people, like I've always contended that because Johnny Manziel came from money, he was less hungry when he went to the NFL and less focused when he went to the NFL.
But, I mean, Peyton and Eli Manning came from money, and they both turned out to be great.
Yeah.
So it just depends where your motivation comes from.
Had I grown up, I grew up without money, and I think I worked my ass off like crazy because
I think it probably makes you value money more.
Yes.
If you don't grow up with it, you value it more.
Right.
Like Lisa can I laugh because I have a running joke with my wife, but I actually believe it. That if Lisa could walk into any store in the world and there was no prices, she could find the most expensive thing.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got a nose for the most expensive thing.
And my mom likes to say, well, that just means she has great taste. And I said, no, that means she is a free spender.
Yes. Now, does she have one of those,
what you want from
those
a wife,
fancy Burkle bags?
Birkin.
All women have to have these Birkin bags now. Isn't that a thing?
I'm going to text her. I don't think.
I don't know what a Birkin bag is.
No. Her friends have them.
Isn't it just a purse, but it's like a really expensive
purse?
Purse?
Super expensive.
So it's just the name on the purse, like Coach.
Is that a brand name?
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, maybe.
All right,
maybe.
I'm texting her now. Radio question: do you own a Birkin bag? I think it's a no. I would know it.
Yeah,
but I think some of her friends do.
Stocks. I don't know Birkin bags.
No, they're super expensive.
Yeah, really expensive. Really expensive. Okay. Yesterday we arranged for, or we're in the process of arranging for me to do a shift downstairs as a barista at Starbucks. And this is because a friend of mine said I've never done an honest day's work, and so I'm like, okay, you know what?
Wait, is this the thing won't work?
He thinks it's going to be a disaster.
Oh, I think the opposite.
He says,
I think if it's a disaster, it'll be funnier.
Yeah, he says,
and if it works, it'll be impressive. I think it's totally worth.
He says I have no chance of being successful.
You want me to do it with
you?
The
kitchen.
I mean, I think it'd be easy. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow. Yeah. You both do it.
I think it'd be hard.
Well, wait, they may not want two idiots back there at the same time. We'll leave it up to them. We can do it on different days.
Yeah. Yeah. He
no, the
says
two of you should have it all by yourselves back there.
Oh God, can you imagine? And then everybody up here is going to go downstairs and order really complicated drinks.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I wonder if they would let us take it over for 20 minutes. And they would be right by our side, so if there was a rush,
yes,
they could jump in.
The customers would
certainly
appreciate the extra time it takes to get their drinks.
If most of the customers were from the station,
yeah,
then it would just be funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll work on it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just put on an apron, you look like you could work there right now with what you're wearing.
Lisa's response.
What the hell does that mean? What does that mean?
You look like a manager at a Starbucks.
Why? I'm wearing my ESPN shirt.
Are you wearing that to the game?
I'm not going to the game.
Why?
I'm sick.
But he was going to.
I don't feel good. I was going to go.
Oh, that's why. And plus, you just took Dramamine, so you might pass out at 5 o'clock.
And I've already been to the can 3 times, so
okay.
Things are going
Lisa's response, no, way too expensive.
Oh, really? So even too expensive for your wife, who's got a nose for expensive things?
Which she hardly ever says.
Wow, good for her. See, she's showing restraint.
I'm going to type in birkenbag.com, Bergman, and find out what it costs.
Add the .com. And don't forget the http://.
I just sent you pictures of the couches.
Holy mackerel.
What?
So I just typed in Birkin bag cost.
Yeah.
$25,000.
22 grand.
No way in hell. What does that
There's
bag
one, Mace.
do
Look
for
at that.
you?
There's one for $175.
What are you doing with a bag that costs $22,000? What does that even? Does it hold your makeup better? I don't get it.
That's a cheap one.
That doesn't make sense.
Like a $30,000 bag? Who are these people that are carrying these things around?
Here's one for $140,000.
Oh my Lord!
Hey,
that's called a house.
I can get this. How about this one? I can get this one used for $12,000.
Oh, nice. $12,000.
Oh yeah, good.
What the hell? Does
and that's
that do?
by the way, it's the one that costs $22,800. That's at Walmart.
No.
Look. $22,800 at Walmart.
$22,000 purses.
By the way, you typed in Birkin bag. It didn't take you to birkinbag.com.
No, I just typed in Birkin bag. Well, I don't know.
Well, it didn't take you to birkinbag.com.
The cheapest one on here, you guys.
Yep.
That's not used is $22,800. Here's the used prices. Mates, how about this? Hermes Kelly Matte White Birkin bag, $175,000, and it's used.
Wow.
So no wonder. You remember? Did you
even too expensive for Lisa Ireland?
Did you ever watch any of the Bling Ring movies? This is why they always wanted to go get.
There's a Bling Ring documentary out now.
Yeah,
Did you look at any of that?
They always wanted Birkin bags.
Yeah.
That's what they were going for. Wow, these things are. She's right. These things are pricey.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, coming
Here's
up
a
next.
knockoff for $112 on Etsy. Should I get it?
Yeah, sure, on Etsy. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you, Michael Wilbon is already tired of the Lakers. We got
What?
that coming up for you.
What type of attitude is that?
As we get ready for Lakers opening night, Lakers Clippers tonight at Crypto.com Arena, Mason and Ireland, 7:10 a.m.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
On your Thursday, big night in LA tonight, and we've got you covered on the ESPNLA radio network of stations. At 5:30 p.m. right here on 710, Sleaze hosted the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off. Getting you ready for Lakers Clippers, the home opener at Crypto.com. Play-by-play starts at 7 p.m. with Johnny I. Meanwhile, on 11:10 a.m., our sister station, and on the ESPNLA app tonight, LAFC in the playoffs, yo, against the Galaxy. El Tráfico Playoff Edition. Catch all that on 11:10 a.m. and the ESPNLA app. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. That is tonight. Right now, don't miss more of Mason and Ireland your Thursday.
What is wrong with you, Mason?
Well, I just got an interesting text from Steve Mason. Nausea, then a slang word for diarrhea. Not sure what happened. It seems like the ulcer thing I had in 2020. Oh. Ignore.
Who were you thinking you were texting?
I thought I was texting Juan. He texted me and said, "Are you sick for real?" Then I texted that information back to you guys. That is, I am the king of being on the wrong text chain.
Oh, wait.
Michael. Yeah. That's, anyway, that's a little private information.
Not anymore.
Definitely too much.
Everyone knows it now.
Information, yeah.
Hey, did you see my couches, John?
They're not terrible.
They're not, right?
The couches in the street?
Yeah, the couches in the street. There's pictures.
The dumpster couches?
Play Michael's music. Let's give this dilemma to Michael Thompson, who has just walked in. Michael will be back in the saddle tonight for the Lakers home opener. Michael, Bergman has a dilemma, and I think it's a pretty obvious answer, but I want to confirm it with you. There are 2 couches.
I heard it.
Okay. Did you see the pictures?
I know where Michael stands.
There's no way Michael wants me to take those couches.
Like,
Bergman's nasty.
But Bergman doesn't have your money. Okay, so there they are, sitting out in the middle of the street in a dumpster. Greg says he can clean them up and then make them useful in his home. Good idea or bad idea?
This was a segment on Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Penny saw a couch on the street and she rescued it and brought it home. And when she brought it home, everybody thought it was a comfortable chair. Everybody sat in it. Oh, this is a great chair. How did you pick this up? Blah, blah, blah. And as the episode went along, as it was going off, Penny was sitting on the chair, and all of a sudden something inside of her started moving around like a rat or something.
Well, I mean, I would lift up the cushions and stuff.
No. You would be horrified if a rat came out from inside the cushion and crawled up Riley.
No. It was not going anywhere near.
Wait, Greg. It's not going anywhere near Riley. Riley's Greg's daughter. She's 10. If you put it in your house, by default, Riley's going to sit on the couch.
I would check it out first before putting it in the house.
By
I'm
the
not
way,
putting her in danger.
Juan says cockroaches can live in couches, too.
Exactly.
Bed bugs. Have we scared you off enough?
Are you considering this seriously, Bergman?
Well, I mean, if I clean them up, you saw them. They look nice.
There's not enough disinfectant.
He was considering it yesterday, and we talked him out of it.
Yeah.
And then he drove by it again today, and it was still there. And so now he's reconsidering it.
By the way, that says something that it's still there. Because you can put most
it's the end of a cul-de-sac
in Los Angeles, and it's going to disappear.
I wouldn't even go to a store with buy secondhand furniture at a store.
Secondhand.
Okay, so
secondhand mattress. You want
what is the difference? What's the difference between buying a couch from like Salvation Army or from Goodwill?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, Michael.
Many people do though.
I know.
Michael won't even sit on the couches in the hotels we stay in.
Michael walks on towels in hotels.
Salvation Army does a cleaning process on the couches.
Yeah, they do. So what's the difference? If I clean
this
it,
isn't an alley.
This one's free, and you got to do it.
Yeah,
I would clean it. I would clean it.
Greg, I'm not as against it as I was yesterday.
Thank you, John.
There's not enough pines. Well,
they're nice couches.
Well, Ireland puts in people's earbuds in there.
Yeah, I would.
Ew.
Somebody said, "Would you?"
No,
if I was on,
you wouldn't do that.
If I was on, Greg. How about this? You're on a 5-hour flight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like flying to New York, and somebody goes, "Crap, I forgot my headphones." And I said, "I have an extra set of earbuds that you are welcome to take." And everybody, it started this huge debate of whether or not that's gross.
It
is. I mean, it's pretty gross.
It's gross.
Okay, it's a little gross, but is it 5 hours If it was Juan's earbuds, would you be okay with that?
No, we've actually been. I don't even like using Juan's earbuds.
Like, see, I would use Lisa's in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's your wife.
I don't
understand that.
I don't want anything that's been in somebody else's ear to be in my ear. I think this is, by the way, completely logical. Michael, am I being logical?
No, you are definitely logical.
Yeah. All right. Now, before we get to the Wilbon stuff, Michael, we just had a segment that made me think of you. The question was on Wheel of Questions. If I could gift to you any skill, you have to pick the skill, but you would overnight.
We're talking for sports?
No, any skill. And Jorge said he would want the ability to be a pilot who could fly any plane.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm pretty sure
like Race Bannon on Johnny Quest.
I'm pretty sure you think that.
There's a contemporary.
Now,
reference.
You've said to me many times, if one of the pilots got sick or incapacitated, that you would want to be the one that goes into the cockpit because you think you could land the plane.
Oh, yeah, I already did it. In a simulator.
Right, but that's not the same thing.
No.
Well, but I'll tell you.
Do you honestly believe it?
Yeah, I could do it. They could talk me down. I did it in the simulator at Delta headquarters. We went to, and I flew a 737, take off to landing. So I know.
Who went with you?
Ty Nowell and Luca and one other guy.
And Luca from Spectrum, from the photographers.
Landed into the golf course.
Yes, they both wrecked the plane. Michael landed it.
Yeah. I think the fact that you've got some experience in a pinch, in an emergency, I'd rather have Michael there than Ty Nowell.
Oh, yeah.
Ty Nowell can't fly.
Well, Ty wrecked it, didn't he?
Yeah, Ty landed, but it was a very hard landing. He swerved down the runway and like doing S curls, really. Luca was the one who overshot the runway and crash landed in the golf course. But I'll tell you, flying these simulators is exactly like flying a plane. When you land, you feel the bumps and everything. It's amazing.
Did you ever go zero gravity? I always thought I'd try zero.
Yeah, you could do that.
Could you have, if you wanted to, gone into the Air Force, or are you too tall?
No, I'm not too tall. There's no.
Wasn't that an issue for David Robinson? He was restricted in the Navy from flying because he was too tall?
No, in the submarine he was too tall because the submarines have really low ceilings, and he was 6'6" when he went in as an ensign, and then by the time he came out he was 7 feet, and that's a little bit of problem in the submarine.
Yeah. So how are you feeling after that opening night there, Mike?
Very disappointed.
You must have very mixed opinions.
Yeah, on something like
mixed
that. Yeah,
feelings.
yeah, because I want the Warriors to win. Obviously, I want Clay to play well. I want them to be successful. But then again, I'm a Laker fan also, and I thought it would be a competitive game because the Warriors were so distracted with their ring ceremony, party atmosphere. You really forget you got a game, and I thought the Lakers would come out fired up and say, "Hey, let's spoil the atmosphere tonight. Let's spoil the party." But hey, man, the Warriors are. Jeez.
The Warriors are. This is super overreaction, but I think the Warriors are going to win it again.
Oh, I believe so too.
I think they just come at you with waves of guys.
They're the team to beat, and the way they're constructed, they can play. Michael, you and I talk about this a lot. They can play whatever style you want to throw at them. If you want to go fast up and down,
you don't want to do that.
With those shooters, they can shoot lights out. If you go into a half court game, Mike, they must have had 8 or 9 backdoor cut layups.
Exactly. See, there you go. They move without the ball. They actually run basketball players. Shocking, isn't it? As opposed to, I watched the Lakers play a bunch of one-on-one.
Yeah, they do. The one thing about the Warriors, they do not hold the ball.
Yeah.
Clay, your son is very good at this. Clay either shoots it or moves it.
Yeah, top potato.
Yeah.
Top
potato. That's a good way of putting it.
It's
it's almost like the ball is a hot potato.
Yes.
As soon as they got the one guy that's allowed a little bit of freedom, and for understandable reasons, is Steph, because he can create his own shot, even if he's double teamed.
Right.
But I just think they're absolutely loaded. Although I said this, Michael, before you came in, I can't remember a year we've been doing this where I think the Warriors should be the favorite, but I think there are maybe 12 to 15 teams that have a shot.
I heard you give it Mason. I disagree with a lot of Mason's takes, especially the Philadelphia team.
I disagree with all yours. So.
Not all of them, Mason. You were right on some of them.
You just said you disagree with Mason's takes.
Some of them.
Do you disagree with Ireland's takes or only mine?
No. Some of your takes today on the championship possibility of the teams today.
You guys, Philadelphia, think about it. They have James Harden, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. You love Joel Embiid.
Listen, the guy wants to be Kyle Korver. Get your butt in the low post and destroy people like Shaq. And then
are you going to tell that to that Victor Wembanyama?
Wemba could do everything.
Yeah, that dude doesn't have a weakness.
He can do everything. But But James Harden has gone back to the Charles Barkley dribble, shoot. That same old stuff you saw in Houston.
All right, but
you ain't going to win that way.
But, I mean, who's coming out of the East, do you think?
Either Boston or probably Milwaukee.
I think Milwaukee, too.
Probably Milwaukee.
But I wouldn't be shocked. Like
I think Milwaukee
Boston
Golden
looked,
State feels like the finals.
Boston looked good
on
opening night.
We'll be staying in that dump of a hotel in Milwaukee, Ireland, in June. I'll be back at that hotel. The one was really dark with a little dog
with the fake dog in the
I
corner.
hate that hotel.
So you don't believe Cleveland can make any sort of run?
I do.
I think Jared Allen. I think Donovan Mitchell. I think
Donovan
Evan
Mitchell had
Mobley.
30 last night.
Mobley's going to make a really big step this year.
I like their
Darius
coach.
Garland.
So in the Final Four in the East, they could be there in the Final Four in the East. Sure.
And Memphis is the team in the other conference that I think is going to be sneaky good.
I like Memphis, but are they too young and too brash and too...
I've got a sleeper team that you guys are going to make fun of me for.
Okay. Prepared.
I would not be shocked. I don't think they'll make the finals, but I think they can make the Western Conference Finals. Have you guys seen New Orleans?
Yeah, they look good.
Zion.
Yeah.
So
I saw the clips from Zion.
Michael, if you let Zion get to his left hand, it's over.
He just
he's 300 pounds, Mace, and he has the quickness.
Athletic.
He reminds me of Michael, and you played against him. Charles Barkley when he was young.
Yeah.
He had that power and that speed, and he's just impossible to guard.
I think he last night came back and he looked great.
Right.
He doesn't run; he bounds.
Yeah, right.
It's like bounding.
That's a good way of putting that.
Yeah, exactly.
In towards the basket. Yeah, he's a great player. I hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays healthy.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you, a friend Anita Marks is going to be here. We're going to do some gambling.
Yeah, and we'll get to the Wilbon stuff.
And we'll get to the Wilbon stuff after Anita. Mason, Ireland, 7-10.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays. Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
You're in the office or you're at home, just pull up the YouTube app or go to youtube.com, search ESPNLA. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, yo, and watch all of the fun and frivolity live.
Just tap the other guy in the face.
No. Mason and Ireland video, along with Mason and Ireland audio, right in your ear and your eyes. Mason and Ireland continues right now.
I still think the slap fight where you just lightly hit somebody in the face.
Oh, I thought we were doing that at 2 o'clock.
We'll do it at 2:30.
3.
The actual slap.
Yeah.
fight.
Okay.
And on that note, let's bring Anita Marks. Here we are. We're talking
Hi, Anita.
Slap fighting.
Hi.
What are the odds? Me and Ireland
slapping
slap
each other
fight.
around.
Well, no, you ever play the game? You put your hands like you're doing a prayer out in front of you, and the other guy's got his hands at the side, and you either hit the guy's hands, or if you miss, then the other guy gets to hit you.
Right. I played that when I was younger.
Yes. Now Mason had never heard of that game, and so he was at a disadvantage yesterday. And Anita, I basically slapped the crap out of him.
I practiced last night, Anita. It's going to be a whole new world. What are the odds that I am able to overcome John's experience?
Here's a good way. Over under how many times I had to sit in detention because I slapped and hurt somebody.
You played that game unauthorized. Yeah. Okay. All right, so Anita, a lot of questions for you. The big one for me, and I didn't tell you I was going to ask you about this, so I hope I'm not throwing you too big of a curveball, but I'm a UCLA grad.
Okay.
And they go into Oregon.
Yeah.
They're 6-0. Oregon's a 6-point favorite. What's the right side of that game, in your opinion?
I'm not on a side here. Both these teams, I think, are evenly matched, right? They're both averaging 40, if not more, points a game. They both have good quarterbacks. DPR is averaging 75% completion percentage. Bo Nix, thank you for the transfer portal, 70%, over 1,500 passing yards, 12 touchdowns. I think the Ducks have the advantage just because they have a better rushing defense. They're only allowing teams to average less than 4 yards per carry, 3.7 to be exact. They've got a better linebacking core.
Right.
Both these teams are coming off of a bye, so it's like neither of them are rested. So I'm not on a side here. I'm on the total, and I like the over. There have been 9 games combined between UCLA and Oregon that have gone over. I know it's a big number, 69.5. I know it's a big number.
Really big number.
It's a big number. I think there's going to be a lot of explosive passing plays. I think that are going to be made here. 2 exciting offenses. I'm on the over. I think the over is the play.
So the Anita Marks is with us. BetLA is here on 710 ESPN.
Woohoo!
When will BetLA air this week? Oh, it aired last night. Sorry about that.
It aired last night.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't know you were going to be on early.
Well, it's on podcast.
On podcast, yeah.
Log on to the
Saved.
ESPNLA website and listen to it.
All right. So
ESPNLA.com.
We're big on .com today. So
it's important.
So Anita, you cannot pick against the first place Rams this week because they're on bye.
Thank God for you. I'm not upsetting you again this week.
But we do have several Raiders fans in the house, and the Raiders have an interesting game at the Roomba or at Allegiant Stadium against the Houston Texans. Where's the money on that one?
Again, 2 teams coming off of a bye, right? The Raiders, one of the best teams in the red zone, 6th best in regard to scoring touchdowns when they are in the red zone, but they have the worst red zone defense in the NFL. So that kind of washes that out. You've got a Texans team. They're quite good against opposing quarterbacks, only allowing a 57% completion percentage, and they've got the 3rd best touchdown rate in the red zone. So they've got actually a pretty good red zone defense. So I am staying away from, again, another game that I'm staying away from a side or a total. I'm playing prop bets here. I'm playing Josh Jacobs over rushing yards, and I've been looking for that prop to hit. It has not hit yet. But, man, listen, he's got an 83% share of everything that's happening in that backfield. So, as questionable as it is, I feel for him each and every season coming in. Like, is he going to be the guy? Yeah, he is the guy. 175 and 193 total yards his last 2 games. Again, a team coming off of a bye. He's rested. He's ready to go. Houston Texans team is allowing 5 yards per carry to opposing running backs. So I'm going over in rushing attempts and over rushing yards for Jacobs. I'm also going to go over points for Carlson, field goal kicker for the Raiders.
Really good kicker. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, because the Texans have the third best red zone defense against touchdowns. So, I do believe the Raiders are going to be able to move the ball against the Texans, but what happens when they get in the red zone? They're going to have a problem, and they're going to have to go to their field goal kicker, who, as you said, is quite good. So those are the two prop bets I'm playing in the Raiders game.
All right, Anita, I'm gonna give you my logic on this one game we have at SoFi this weekend, which is Seattle at the Chargers, and just tell me if you agree with it. When the line opened, it was Chargers 7.5. At that number, I like the Seahawks, but it's been bet down to 5, and now I would bet on the Chargers. You agree?
So a few things here. Listen, Chargers defense, let's be honest. I mean, it wasn't a barn burner of a game we watched the other night. And granted, yes, Denver is struggling offensively. That is evident. But both their defense were really, really impressive. This is a Seattle Seahawks team who is, top 5 in offense this season. Listen, I don't think enough people are talking about the Geno Smith story. It's really remarkable. I mean, fans couldn't wait to get his butt out of New York. And then now, and he's been somewhat of a journeyman as a backup on a number of teams, and now giving a new lease on life and an opportunity to shine in Seattle. And sure enough, he's doing it. So, and it's not like Seattle has a phenomenal defense. They're scoring on 44% of their offensive drives, and they're allowing opponents to score on 44% of their offensive drives. I think a ton of points are going to be scored in this game. So I'm on the over here. I think this is going to be one of the highest scoring games we're going to see this week on the slate.
So one of the interesting games this week is, and I hate the Niners. Hate the San Francisco 49ers as a Rams fan. They're home to the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs have not necessarily looked, as Patrick Mahomes has lit it up, but as a team they've not looked necessarily great. What do you like in that game?
It's very interesting. You've got a 49ers team. They've got so many issues, so many injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, we saw Atlanta lay the wood on them last week, right? And you're saying, oh, my gosh, Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta. Listen, I know a lot of people don't watch Atlanta, right? Like, when they come up on your red zone, maybe that's when you go to the little boys' room, whatever the case may be. Like, Atlanta is good. Marcus Mariota is playing good football. Their offense, they run like a pistol, like over 50% of the time. So we saw, and that was really surprising. I'm sure a lot of people were knocked out of their survivor pool by taking the 49ers against Atlanta last week. So as we know, their defense is struggling. They play 85% of the time, they play a zone defense. And Patrick Mahomes is just killer against the zone. And so I think Patrick Mahomes has his way here. The line is -2.5. I've been telling folks, jump on this now. I do believe it's going to go up to 3, especially as we get into the injury reports that are going to be released and who's not going to be active and attractive for the 49ers. So I would jump on this now. If you can still get Kansas City -2.5, that's the play. I think Patrick Mahomes has a big game here.
Tonight, Thursday Night Football. They've had some doozies the last couple of weeks. They've been some thrilling Thursday night football. Tonight it's the Saints, and it looks like they are 2-point dogs to the Cardinals. Cliff Kingsbury, I think, is in probably his final year with the Cardinals. Where's your head on that game?
So this is probably my favorite. This is my favorite wager, and I'm going to be really strategic here. Okay. The Cardinals, and I think we've talked about this before, the Cardinals have the worst offense. They're the worst team in the NFL in the first quarter and first half of games. They've been outscored 41-3 in the first quarter of this season. They've only led for 3% of their offensive drives in the first half this season. Okay?
Yep.
Now, they are the best team in the NFL in the second half of games. In fact, 49% of their points that they scored is in the fourth quarter.
Really?
So yes.
That's weird.
It's wild. So, and also keep in mind, you've got Hollywood Brown, who's out. Devontae Hopkins is back. DeAndre Hopkins is back. And so I think that's going to take a minute for that to gel, right? For them to kind of get into a groove.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the Saints. I'm going to play the Saints in the first quarter as well as the first half on the money line. I'm also going to play Alvin Kamara first touchdown scored, and you could get that at plus 750. And then if that goes according to plan, I'm going to play the Cardinals in the fourth quarter. And right now you could get them in the fourth quarter at -1. I think at the end of the day, I think Arizona wins this game. But I just, listen, this is the third week in a row I've gone to this well, and it has paid off handsomely.
How do you know? How do you keep track of all this stuff, like in your head? Like my head could not possibly comprehend all of the angles and the point spreads and the over. My head just doesn't work. Like, how are you able to do it?
It's what I do. I don't know. It's what I do for a living, and also like I tell people I love preparation. I love studying. I love finding little nuggets like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love finding those little special, for example, my best bet tonight is Rondell Moore over 46.5 receiving yards. That's my best bet. I'm going to be on Daily Wager in just a few minutes. He's played 99% of the snaps. He's averaging 10 targets a game. The Saints...
You think even with Hopkins coming back, Rondell Moore's going to have a big game?
I do. He plays out of the slot over 80% of the time. The Saints, against slot wide receivers, are allowing a 70% catch rate. No Marquise Brown. I think all the attention is going to be placed on Hopkins. So I do. I love Rondell Moore over 46.5 receiving yards tonight.
You know, when I listen to the BetLA show, I always hear you talk about Teza. And this segment and the BetLA show is brought to you by Teza. Get more focus and energy in your daily life with Teza nutrient pouches. Visit TezaEnergy.com and make your mouth happy. I've actually been using this Teza. It's really good.
Isn't it fantastic?
It is.
It is. It's great. And I think we've talked about it before. I'm a huge golfer. And so this summer, I golf about 4 or 5 times a week in the summer here.
Really?
Wow, she's giving me a run for my money.
Wow,
yeah.
3-4 times a week.
What's your index, Anita?
I'm addicted. It's interesting. I'm born and raised in Miami.
Okay.
And so I've lived in the Northeast now for 13 years. And so
you can't 6 months out of the year you can't play.
I can't play. And it just, so I start the year, I'm hoping weather conditions. I start the year end of April, beginning of May. And I'm about a 14 or 12.
Good for you.
And then by the time the season ends, as we get into, September, I'm about a 10 or an 8.
Right.
So, but man,
you're like
listen,
me. During the basketball season, my index goes up. After the basketball season, it comes down.
So, but Teza has been great for me. Like immediately, as soon as I get to the golf course, before I go to the driving range, I pop one and I'll keep it. You put it in between your cheek and your gum. I'll keep it in there while I'm on the range. I spend about 10, 15 minutes on the range, and then right when I tee off, I take it out, and then when I make the turn, everybody goes to the snack bar, right?
Yep.
Get a beer, whatever you want to do. I pop another Teza. And I swear it improved my golf game this season. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I love it. And by the way, ESPN, if you put in the code ESPNLA, you get 25% off your first order.
Oh, wow. Cool. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Great news. Hey, if you want to hear BetLA, it is on podcast right now. You can go to our ESPNLA podcast center and check out what Anita did and said last night. Great information as always. Have a great football weekend. Have a great betting weekend.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the game. Hopefully my strategy for tonight pays off for everybody.
We will find out. Thank you, Anita. All right, there's Anita Marks, BetLA.
I now have a dilemma after this segment.
Oh, because of Rondell.
I have Rondell Moore.
Yeah.
I'm not playing him. I would have to bench Chase Claypool, who had his best game of the year last week. And he's going up against Miami this week, whose defense stinks.
I don't know. Anita seems to have a lot of facts and figures in her head.
Yeah, I can't watch this game.
Can you
though.
keep that many facts and figures? You're better at it than I. I can't keep facts and figures.
Well, you're stoned half the time.
No, a third of the time. A third of the time. Look at Michael.
Disapproving.
Shame. So, from a different era, Michael.
Man, come on. Getting high is getting high. I don't care if you're Cheech and
Getting
Chong or
drunk's
Steve
getting
Mason.
drunk.
I don't get drunk. I agree with you about the getting drunk part.
It's an intoxicant. Either way.
No, it's not. Only if you drink too much.
Wine is an intoxicant.
If you drink too much, yes.
Yeah, if you have one glass of wine, you're not drunk.
You're not drunk. You can drive home.
Wine, but is it not a fact that wine is an intoxicant?
Yes, of
You
course
could,
it is.
could be. Well, if you
Thank
too
you.
much
I
of
made my
anything, it'll
point.
kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we promised this Wilbon thing. We'll do that coming up. Michael Thompson's hanging out today. He's disagreeing with me about absolutely everything.
Just your potential teams who could win the title.
You immediately attacked all my takes.
No, not all of them.
Yeah.
Well, stuff about getting high and some of your championship contenders in the NBA, I don't agree with.
Yeah, just two things.
Yeah,
That's
two
it.
things. All right. So we'll hear from Michael Wilbon next. Don't forget, it's Lakers-Clippers tonight. You'll hear the game right here on 710 ESPN. 5:30 is Slee, Spock, and the Jocks.
Spock and the Jocks back.
Alan Slewa and Michael Thompson. On 710.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Slewa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
$710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Slewa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio, we're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Slewa and Sedano and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Hey, what's up? Thursday. And tonight we got the Lakers versus the Clippers. It is a Lakers home game.
A must win.
No.
Yes, it is. They got to win this game tonight. You cannot let the Clippers come in here and punk them.
No,
Mace, you are disagreeing that it's a must win?
Big must win. Like, I thought Rams Carolina was a must win.
Yes, I agree.
But if the Lakers lose tonight, they are eliminated from absolutely nothing.
No, that's true. But there's a message, mental, you got to send to the rest of the league and to yourselves. You can't let the Clippers come. Opening night, you laid an egg up in San Francisco. You gotta basically a new team. Paul George and Kawhi are now healthy. You've got to at least defend your home floor against the Clips. You can't come out tonight and lose by 15 to 20.
I don't know. I've got a sort of a bad feeling about that.
No, I think the boys will be ready tonight.
You do.
Michael, the last 39 meetings between the Lakers and Clippers, how many do you think the Lakers have won?
I would say we have won 8.
7.
See what I mean, Mace?
7 out of
32 and 7. The Clippers are against the Lakers.
Keep continuing. You got to win tonight, Mace. You got to send a message. I know it's only the second game of the season, but it is opening night.
Second night of the season is not a send a message night.
I'm with Michael. Must win.
It is not a must win.
What message did you get?
Every time you lose, a little piece of you dies.
What message did you get up in San Francisco? Didn't you say that was a disaster?
Golden State's really good.
And what about the
We
Lakers?
can't shoot.
No, you know what? That's the thing. I heard about that.
Yeah, LeBron said we don't have a team of shooters.
But I disagree. They do. They got 4
You're
guys.
disagreeing with LeBron James.
They got 4 guys on a team who can shoot, but they got to play them. Matt Ryan, Cole Swider, Kendrick Nunn, and LeBron himself can all shoot. So you got 3 guys I just mentioned. If they are not, they drafted Swider because he's a shooter.
Swider out tonight with a sore foot.
Okay,
by the way.
Matt Ryan is on the team because he can shoot.
But I mean,
so
I watched Matt Ryan specifically in that game just because I'm like, who's Matt
that
Ryan?
guy?
So I followed him for a while in the game. Doesn't play any defense.
Still, neither does Steph Curry. What's the point?
He's got other guys that play defense all around him.
Yeah.
Actually, defensively, I thought it was a big letdown.
Neither
And
did Kyle Korver, but he was out there because he could shoot.
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But Darvin Ham says the hallmark of this team is going to be defense and defensive intensity.
Everybody on the team ain't going to be Michael Cooper, okay? You got to face that.
All right, so Michael Wilbon. By the way, Charles Barkley announced, I guess, Tuesday night the Lakers stink and are going nowhere. And they've stolen the joy out of Russell Westbrook.
That was weird.
Yeah, very weird. Now, Michael Wilbon, where was this from? Was this from this morning on the Get Up?
Either this morning or yesterday morning. I don't know. One of the two.
So here's Michael Wilbon on the Lakers.
I think there are more really good teams in the NBA to start a season, last night, than I think I've ever seen in my lifetime at one time. The Lakers are not one of them. And I just hope that we are not held hostage on Countdown or whatever else we're doing on this network, your show and Stephen A's and mine, to talk about the Lakers every day. Because some of us aren't going to get into this hand-wringing. I'm not, except when you guys shove me into it, which I'm sure we will tonight. The Lakers aren't any good. They're not. When I say any good, could they make the play? I expect them to actually be good enough, if healthy, to make the playoffs. That still means they can be 6th at best. They're not good enough to have this hand-wringing all year.
What I heard was, we're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Out of everything he said, the thing I take from it is we're going to make the playoffs.
You know where that comes from? You know why that's important?
Why?
Ask the Padres. 22-something games behind the Dodgers, and what happened?
Yep.
So you got to make the playoffs first, and then see what happens.
And by the way, LeBron and AD give them a puncher's chance.
In every game.
Right.
In every game.
But they got to find shooting. You're right about it. Shooting 25% from 3 ain't going to cut
And
it.
defensively, they were not. I mean,
No.
granted, it was Golden State, but they were not good after the first quarter. I think they held them to 23 in the first quarter.
Improving those 2 areas, Mace, and you got yourself a championship contender.
Just defense and shooting.
That's simple as that.
Interesting. That's
Piece
what
of
we've been
cake.
talking about for the last 5
But
years
Mace,
is defense and shooting.
It can
Defense
be-
and shooting.
It can be done. When you think of Showtime Lakers, you don't think of defense, but we were one of the best defensive teams out there, so it can be done.
Right. It absolutely can. I mean,
Yes.
we had top 3 defenses under Frank Vogel until last year. We'll find out.
We'll find out tonight.
Yeah,
Tonight's
we'll
a
find
measuring
out.
stick, a barometer game. Opening night, Clippers are a legitimate title contender. Let's see how the Lakers respond tonight.
I like the fact that you've got 2 tough games out of the box.
Yes.
I like the idea that
Yep.
it's measuring stick time.
right.
Let's see where we are
Exactly.
against the rest of
I
the
don't need to
league
wait.
and how much
Right.
better we need to
I don't
get.
need the Ireland approach and the Ireland theory. Oh, let's wait 15 games in. Let's wait 20 games in and then see where we are. No, we need to find out now.
So would you I can't ask you that question.
What?
Should you get off of Russell Westbrook
No,
right
no,
away?
I'll give Russ some chances. I keep
20
saying-
games. You're going to give him 20
No,
games.
I'll say
Exactly
bring-
what I
exactly
said.
what
No.
Ireland just said.
No, bring him off the bench. We'll find out how this team is. Over
What
20
about
games
when he
we'll know.
says he strained his hamstring because he was coming in off the bench? You heard him say that?
He didn't say that.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did.
He admitted that publicly.
Yeah, they asked him after the Warrior game.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, well,
Here's-
well, it's a question in here, too.
I'm
I think
not
it is.
sure.
But here it is.
We didn't get a chance to talk to you after you hurt your hamstring. What happened, and do you think that when you've played over, I think, 1,000+ regular season games as a starter, do you think having to change a routine and stuff like that could have played any role in feeling something a little different?
Absolutely. I've been doing the same thing for 14 years straight. Honestly, I didn't even know what to do pregame. Being honest, I was trying to figure out and try to stay warm and loose. And for me, obviously the way I play the game, fast-paced, quick, stop and go. And I just happened to when I stepped in, I felt something, thought it was, didn't know what it was, but wasn't going to risk it in the preseason game. But definitely wasn't something I was used to, wasn't warm enough. And that's something that I wasn't accustomed to.
Wasn't warm enough.
That's nothing.
Wasn't warm enough.
that's
It
nothing.
broke
So-
up his routine.
Exactly. So
Why after game 1 are you talking about that?
because he'll have to.
I guess, yeah, it was before game one.
He'll have to get used to how to warm up and how to keep himself prepared to go in. I had to do it. Everybody's had to do it at some stage. You know, you're a long-time starter. Now you come to the Lakers. You're coming off the bench. Figure it out. It ain't that difficult.
And the stigma, Mace, that exists with coming off the bench is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Michael came off the bench. Kevin McHale came off the bench.
Michael
Manu
Cooper.
Ginobili. Michael Cooper.
He's the one that's talking about his hamstring and coming off the bench.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there should be no stigma in that. When Lamar Odom was asked to go to the bench, he won Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's about attitude. It's about
Bill
malleability.
Walton
It's
came
about
off the bench.
It's about flexibility. It's about adjusting to a new role. I mean, I don't.
Andre Iguodala came off the bench and won the Finals MVP.
Did he ever, after a game, say, I strained my hamstring because I was coming off the bench?
So he's got to learn how to warm up properly and stay warm. It ain't that hard to figure out, Mace. This is not rocket engineering.
Don't you drop that if you're not happy with the concept of coming off the bench? Is that not why Russ drops that information and that quote?
No, he's not used to coming off the bench. He's got to get used to it if Darvin Ham ever makes that adjustment. That's all.
You think it starts again tonight, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he'll start tonight.
Because
Yeah,
Schroeder is unavailable for like a month.
Right.
They should start. Nobody listens to me, but they should start Patrick Beverly and Austin Reeves.
Me too.
And bring Austin.
I'm with you.
Russell
That's
off the
exactly
bench.
what I was saying yesterday. I would start those guys.
Yeah, but
Yes. In San Francisco, they started Patrick Beverly and Lonnie Walker with Russ.
Now, it's just a game, but I wasn't blown away by Lonnie Walker 4.
it's only one game. Give him a chance.
I said small sample.
He can
size.
play.
One game.
Yeah,
One
we'll
game.
see what they do tonight. I'm telling you, tonight's an important. What do you call it? Pat Rice to call them a statement game. Let's see what they do tonight.
Statement game, Mace.
I hope it's a really good statement.
I've already
How could you
declared,
come out
Michael,
tonight and lay an egg?
Lakers by 6.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mason's probably got him down by 10.
I
No,
didn't
that's
say
Jorge.
any. I didn't.
I can tell by
Jorge already put money against the Lakers
Yeah, I
tonight.
can tell by that stupid look on your face when we said the Lakers by 6. You had like, yeah, right.
If you had to bet Mythical Money, Mace, who would you bet it on?
Go ahead, Mace. What is it?
I would bet it on the first half under.
Hey, by the way, it's opening
I
night.
just talked to Anita Marks. I can do stuff like that without picking a winner.
All the pomp and circumstance. Are you coming tonight?
I'm not.
Why would you come to opening night?
Because I'm feeling kind of sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's do some chewables and come on over.
Some chewables.
You know what he did? He took Dramamine.
I
He's
took
going to pass
Dramamine
out
earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, jeez.
Emily had some
And you're not even
Dramamine.
on a boat. Why you got motion sickness?
I just had nauseous. I had an ulcer a couple years ago. I feel like it might be.
And you're the one who wants to go to space, and you can't even walk on land without getting seasick. Jeez, Mace.
That's true.
You got to man.
You can't be going to space if you're taking Dramamine in the middle of a day.
I would take Dramamine in space. I bet you astronauts take Dramamine.
What would you think?
I bet you John Neil Armstrong had Dramamine on him.
Maybe.
That's something that they don't talk about.
Yeah, what would Kobe say to you if you heard you complaining about having taken Dramamine?
I didn't complain. You asked me a question. I gave you an answer.
Well, got to Kobe up, Mace. You got to Kobe up.
Kobe up.
Toughen up.
All right, coming up next for you, Bobcat. Bergman's going to throw a bunch of stuff at us. Then at 3 o'clock, it's the big slap fight. Me versus Ireland to the big slap fight.
Actually going to slap each other?
Yeah, but it's a harmless game.
It's a harmless game.
In the face.
No, not in the face.
No, not like Byron Scott did to you.
Hey! Quit passing on those false reports.
Oh,
Well, how come Byron won't say it's false?
Yeah, but
He
Byron
said it was
will
real.
not deny it. He says it's
because
real.
he's got suckers like you guys who believe it.
There's no proof. There's no proof, right?
There's no proof. There's no video evidence.
Pre-iPhone.
No, seriously though, did it hurt?
If I didn't see it,
Pre-phone. Wasn't it pre-phone?
Oh, yeah, long before that.
No, I mean actual phones.
if it doesn't happen on winning time, it didn't happen in real life.
Exactly.
All right, Bobcats next, Mason.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
Bobcat segment. But first, have you followed Corporate Greg at his new Instagram?
Corporate Greg.
That's right. The other one got hacked. So the new one is corporate_Greg. Follow now, follow often.
Corporate Greg.
But now it is time for that Bobcat.
Bobcat.
It's time for Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Bobcat time. Take it away, Corporate Greg.
Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Chris and Amanda. So, according to college basketball insider John Rothstein of CBS Sports, the Division I Transformation Committee has had dialogue to expand the NCAA tournament in all sports to include 25% of the programs who are eligible. This would mean the men's basketball NCAA tournament would expand by approximately 20 teams, and the college football would expand by about 32 teams. Do you like this or leave it alone?
Well, if you're telling me that they are going to expand to all sports, including football, I would say, sure, give me 25% more playoff teams.
John Wooden, before he died, was an advocate of this. Said he thought every team in Division I should be let into the tournament.
What?
I don't know, Michael. You didn't even.
What about pro sports to let everybody in?
Yeah, I think 64, and right now it's 68.
That's
right?
enough.
That's enough too. I'm okay with it.
That would be 88 then.
Yeah.
And you know what? It devalues the regular season like crazy. If everybody just already nobody cares about the college basketball season. Now
and how much in football? How many in football?
It sounds like they'd have like 32.
Oh, no, it's 32.25 or something like that.
So 32 teams in the college. Wait a minute,
16.
You really are anti?
16 in college football, that's all you need.
Come on.
Is that
I
what
think
we're
you
going
can do
to?
With 8.
Do you think Iowa State really has a chance against Ohio State?
Who knows? You don't know until you play the games.
Football.
You don't know until you play the games.
That's why they play the games.
That's why
right?
they play the games.
Yeah, I would vote no.
Look what happens.
This.
My cliche of the day.
I'm with Michael. I would vote
Look
no.
what happens to Notre Dame every time they go to the Final Four. They get crushed by those SEC teams.
That's true.
It is true, no question.
Yeah.
This is where I hit the button, right?
Yep. That's where you hit it.
Found
That was a dumb idea, Bergman.
Look.
That
I was
was
just
an
reading.
NCAA
I was reading a
proposal.
tweet. That wasn't my idea.
You're the messenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me. All right. So if you share your Netflix subscription with anyone, I have my own now. Thank you very much. So don't try and put me in that. They are going to begin rolling out their new additional user fee in early 2023, and it will be about $3 to $4 per extra month to have this extra member option. How fast will you be dropping Netflix?
So repeat this one. So $6.99 you get the commercials, right?
Yeah, $6.99 you get the commercials.
But
right
you
now.
can also have the no commercials if you pay whatever it is, $14.99 or something.
$17
or 14, whatever.
yeah, whatever it is. But now you can go even higher and share it with people for $3 or $4.
Yeah, I'm
more a month.
against the sharing of passwords. You know, it's weird. When I went to Italy a number of years back, and after a while, you know how when somebody signs into your account on anything, it gives you a heads up?
An email, yeah.
So I would get emails like every day saying someone has signed into your Netflix account in Florence. Somebody has signed into your Netflix account.
Somebody hacked into your password.
Somebody in Italy had it. I Netflix sharing of the password strategy is actually interesting. If they are saying it's okay, you just pay a little bit more.
Yeah, that's
it's
what they do.
basically like a group discount.
Yes.
So I'm all for it. A group discount. My
So
mom
pay
and not
$20
stepdad Leo. Yeah, sure, we'll split it. I like it. I'm not going to get the commercials. I do not want the commercials.
I'm not giving up Netflix.
No?
Yeah, it's just money. I mean, I would.
Just money is the greatest line you've ever
It's
said.
just money.
I mean, you're going to spend it on.
third.
No, you're going to spend it on something.
Third.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you're going to spend it on something, right?
That's right.
Might as well spend it on
something
Netflix.
you enjoy. That's right, Ireland. That's the idea.
Right. It's just money.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Bobcat.
It's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it.
Okay, so the World Cup is coming up. And
Yeah.
So
Is it true it's going to be 120 degrees while they're playing?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
I'm picking
crazy.
France to win it all.
No,
by
I
the
think
way.
Argentina takes it.
I think France takes it all.
Aren't they playing indoors in air-conditioned stadiums?
No,
I thought they
they're
air-conditioned all the
No,
stadiums.
no way.
No.
But
Playing at night, though.
But my question is, their playoff rounds and their finals one game only. Why is it that the NBA and the MLB play 7-game series or 5-game series?
Why?
is
Well,
it
wait,
that-
but in the beginning, you play round robin, right?
Yeah,
Well, but it's a one
group-
match.
group
yeah,
play.
but it's one match every time.
So wait a minute. You think the NBA finals should be one game?
or 2 games.
Well, you don't know how to make money, do you?
Well, no, he's saying the World Cup is single elimination.
Right.
Why
Right.
don't they make it best of 3 to give?
See, the Dodgers could have been in the
Because
playoffs still.
soccer games drag on too much. If you can guarantee 7 to
football
6
game's
games,
3 hours, Michael.
footall, but he's got scoring and action going on.
Oh, same thing in soccer.
And I love soccer. Don't get me wrong. Do away
it
with that
doesn't sound
stupid.
like you like
no,
it.
do away with that stupid offside. When that stupid, let's go to that VAR crap. I hate that after a goal is scored.
Soccer's played
I'm
once a
actually
week.
with him.
Yeah.
Soccer's played once a week. So football's played once a week. That's
Yeah,
why.
see?
That's why
That's what I'm
you
saying.
do it only.
Yeah,
one game.
I mean, it's like the NFL. It's like the NCAA tournament. One and done is actually fun to watch because
Yeah.
it's so
How
dramatic.
many times you got to watch a soccer match? A great goal is scored. Oh, we got to wait. Go to VAR. The fly came
Oh,
up.
the
We gotta
NBA.
see-
The NBA gets
Oh,
it in
By the
30
way,
seconds.
Yeah, you're right. The NBA last night,
Yeah.
or Tuesday night, it was 89. They had a 25-point lead, right?
Yeah.
The Golden State did,
Right.
and there was an offensive foul called on LeBron James, and Darvin Ham called for the replay.
Yeah.
And I looked at the clock. 6 minutes later,
I agree with
was
you.
the resolution of that.
No replays, no reviews until the last minute of the game.
Hey, if it's 25
No VAR.
points, no replay. If it's 25
If-
points,
you
what
know-
a waste of time.
You know what? If they had VAR, the hand of God goal would have never been scored with Maradona. You know that?
Oh yeah, of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Think of all the
Yeah,
fun taken out of
92.
stuff.
Would you do a running? Would you do a running clock in the NBA if you're down by 25 in the fourth quarter?
Oh, for sure.
Stoppage time.
yeah,
I thought
that's a good idea.
that game against the Warriors should have been a running clock, right?
Right, except that you can't kill the commercials because that's where they make all the money.
Yeah, that's
right.
So you can pause it just for the commercials, but there's like if it goes out of bounds, running clock.
Yeah.
Just let that thing
Or do
go.
the little strip on the bottom of this thing they do with soccer matches. You know, the crawl
Yeah,
for commercials.
right.
Yeah, well, they've done a better job of that now. Of putting going half screen in a commercial.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they're doing
right.
a lot of that
Yeah.
now. By the way, you didn't watch the game on TV the other night, but LeBron is endorsing everything.
What do you mean?
Oh,
you mean like
there
commercials?
There were commercials that went LeBron Beats
Bobcat.
commercial
Yeah.
into LeBron AT&T commercial.
Oversaturation.
No, he's LeBron. What is going on?
He's starting to hint to move on.
Screw you guys. We're having a conversation.
Bobcat.
That's right, Mace. Ignore
Right,
him.
so-
Ignore him, Mace.
It's
You're
not
good
your
at
segment.
ignoring
It's
people.
my segment. Rapper Young Jock posted on his Instagram a chat between him and someone he accidentally sent $1,800 to over
Yep.
Zelle. The person he sent to blocked his number and is not giving the money back, despite Young Jock explaining the mistake and asking for it back. He is now asking people to call the number to get them to return the money. Will you call to help Young Jock get his money back? Or is this a good idea?
How
too?
much is it?
$1,800.
What was it for?
It was just he was giving
was a
$1,800 to somebody through Zelle, but
Okay,
he sent
and
it
he
to
sent
the
it to the
wrong
wrong guy.
person, and then started texting him saying like, "Hey," or
Does he
him or
know
her.
the person he sent it to?
No, has no idea who the
Totally
person is.
random person.
Totally random
But he
person.
knows
was
who
a
it is.
mistake.
Oh, this is a good dilemma. So you get a random payment
Yes.
of $1,800 from someone you don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do?
And if they contacted you and asked for it back?
Well, that's different. But bank makes error in your favor. I learned that from playing Monopoly. It would. I don't know that I would give it back. Well, I mean, if somebody came to me and said, "I accidentally sent you $1,800," I'd be like, "Okay." I'll just
Through
sell
text,
my-"
random text message number that you didn't know who it was.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be answering random text messages.
Well, right, but if they're giving you $1,800,
Right, but if you send it, I mean, this is going to happen in a world where we all transfer money through PayPal
Venmo
and
all
Zelle
that
and
stuff,
Venmo.
yeah. Apple Pay.
I think I would give it back.
Yeah, I think Michael, would you give it back?
Yeah, because it's $1,800 that came to you anyway anonymously. So how else would the person know it's there anonymously unless the person really sent it was the one contacting?
That's true. Bergman, what would you do?
I mean, it's $1,800. I'm keeping the $1,800.
You're keeping it even though the guy did not mean to send you the money
It was a
and has
mistake.
asked for it back.
Yeah, he was giving it to somebody.
Well, Bergman said if he found a bag of cash outside of a bank, he's
Jorge,
keeping it.
do you have
No,
any
not
ethics?
outside
Yeah,
bank.
they all did.
Do you have
They all
any
said they're
ethics,
keeping it.
Jorge?
No, we'll give it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So the only one that would keep the money is Bergman.
So if you
I'm a
find
degenerate. What do you want?
So Bergman, if you find a wallet with $1,000 cash in it, do you send it back with
Wait,
the
say
cash?
it again?
If you find a wallet with $1,000 cash, do you send it all back, or you keep the cash and send the wallet back?
Well, I mean, so I have the ID in there.
Yeah.
And so it has their address.
Right.
Sending the wallet back.
With the cash?
We'll see.
I found
So
it without
what's
the
it?
cash.
Wait a minute. What's it? You keep the money out
Well,
of the
that's
wallet
that's
and then
in their
return the
wallet. Yeah, I mean, probably I'd send that
You
back.
have
but
actually no
$1,800
scruples.
I no none.
You
That
have
could be
no
his rent money.
scruples
Zero.
at all.
Zero.
I can't believe everybody around here is like we're honest people, except for you. You're being unethical and you have no scruples.
I'm a bad guy.
Who would buy new couches?
But you have $1,800 you didn't have yesterday.
Exactly. I can buy a couch.
And I got a free couch.
Yeah. I just put pine sol on it.
Cleaned it right up.
That's for wood, Michael.
Pine sol?
Yeah.
Leather wood. What's the difference?
Alcohol
gonna
is
smell
what it
good.
needs. Yeah.
Bobcat.
All right, it's over.
That's it?
It's
What about
end
the
of
big finish?
That was a
That
little
was the big
abrupt.
finish.
Was there not like one more thing?
No, that was. I mean, I can do another thing, but it's already too late.
Bergman,
time
don't you
to
know
go
that women, they like a guy who's got a sense of humor
Yes.
and who's honest.
Who's honest?
So
Well, he's being honest. He'll keep the money. That's honest.
You know what, Greg? You know what they like more than a guy who's honest?
What?
A guy with $1,800.
That's exactly. I'll take that $1,800. Take you to Nobu.
All right,
Spend it all.
Coming up next for you, LeBron told a story about people crashing his wedding. It took a little bit of time, but I've actually got the audio from the shop, and him
Okay.
telling it is great. Plus, we're getting ready for Lakers Clippers tonight, and Michael Thompson's hanging out with us.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
ESPN 710 Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Thursday afternoon.
It's like rain.
Ireland, any idea why I am playing this great cut from Jagged Little Pill, the legendary Alanis Morissette album?
I don't know. I saw the play in New York. It was excellent.
Did you see the play?
I did.
The play's coming to L.A. I definitely want to see it.
You should see it.
Yeah.
It's totally worth seeing. That's the play where the guy looked like you.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah. Sean Allen Krill. He looks
Right.
just like you.
Wow. So she's playing the Hollywood Bowl Saturday night.
This Saturday night?
This Saturday night.
I've got another thing I'm doing.
Yeah, see, I got a thing I'm doing too. But that would be
I'm emceeing a fundraiser for my old high school, and the English Beat's playing at it.
The English Beat is
playing at the fundraiser.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a not stepdad Leo in my mom's house.
Okay.
This weekend.
So neither one of us
Neither
will be at
one
the
of us will
Hollywood
be
Bowl.
there, but Hollywood
Lisa was there last Friday.
What for what?
Florence and the Machine.
Oh, I like Florence and the Machine.
Shit was good.
Yeah. Dog days are over.
There's the English Beat.
There it is. All right, so slap fight.
Right now?
Right now. Slap fight.
All right, Michael, do play-by-play of this. Here we go.
Ready?
All right, here we go. Ireland's heading over to Mason. Then Mason's getting out of his seat. They're meeting in the middle in a neutral zone. And who's gonna go first? Mason's gonna put his hand out first, and Ireland's gonna have to try to slap it and Mason's gonna have to try to make him avoid it. And Ireland's not telling him how to do it. Mason has to slap it, and Mason gets the first hit in. Mason and he hits the second one. He gets the second one in. Mason with the quick hands, looks like Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, and he misses on the fourth try. Okay, now Ireland's turn to go. Ireland misses. Is that a miss?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Counts.
Counts. Slap. 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 Well, Ireland's got slap. Ireland's horrible. Jeez.
Wow. Yesterday was
I told you I was practicing.
You got quicker hands than Ryan Garcia.
I didn't do anything.
I know.
Oh, it's good slap by Ireland. Contact.
not even doing anything. He's moving his hand.
Contact.
I think you got 5, right?
Yeah.
Mace, when you move your hands, you got to move them. Mace, you got to keep your hands together.
See, it's this sneak attack.
I know.
That's the whole idea, Mace. Mace is twitching. Ireland's twitching and making Mace twitch. Slap. Good contact there. Slap.
That's 5-5.
5-5. Slap. 6-5 Ireland. Slap. 7-5 Ireland.
Lost it.
Yeah. 8-5.
Forget
Yeah,
it.
Mason's lost it. His reflexes is gone.
I lost it.
He's
Did I not improve dramatically?
Oh, yeah.
He's taking more punches than Isaac Cruz did against
Yesterday, I could not get him.
Pitbull.
Yeah,
I could not get him
I can
yesterday.
tell you practiced.
Yeah, I did.
That was good.
That's what Juan and I did last night.
Pitbull did pretty good though against Javante
he
Davis.
did. Yeah, he did.
You got quick reflexes, Mace.
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, well, you way better. You were
cat-like
night and
reflexes.
day from yesterday.
Yeah,
You must not have any chewables today to slow you down.
Oh,
No,
Michael.
you just had Dramamine, which you would think would have
slowed me down.
but it
Exactly, but it hasn't. So, Ireland, we had an incident. You guys fly on planes with flight attendants all the time, and you have the most wonderful flight attendants. in
They're
the-
awesome. Yeah.
Why are you breathing so hard?
That's an intense.
I was nervous. I was like,
That was intense.
He hung in for a while. He was like the Lakers. He played a good first quarter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
and then fell apart.
Man, I should have put money on this.
Oh, you should have. Yeah.
That's an easy bet. So there is a story that people are now begun tipping flight attendants.
What?
Yeah, tipping flight attendants for good service. Now, have you ever tipped a flight attendant?
I haven't, but I'll text one of our flight attendants and ask her if she's ever been tipped.
It's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I think that would be insulting to her.
Why?
You're not supposed to do it.
Like I had a terrible experience on a flight.
Yeah, I remember.
And I DM'd the supervisor, and the supervisor, I'm sure, had a talk. But I've never thought to tip a flight
What
attendant.
about
But
you?
that's,
Should we tip the pilots too for getting us there safely?
Yeah, they're more important.
Yeah.
Juan was talking to a friend of his last night. She said they tip the mailman and the garbage man.
I tip the
I'm
mailman.
like, do you tip the mailman?
Yeah.
I have a different mailman every day. It's never the same guy. And by the way, when did
my mailman is a woman.
Mail starts coming like 3 times a week or twice a week, or sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Like mail, the wheels have come off mail, haven't they?
No, sometimes it's like that from my house too. Sometimes mail doesn't come that day.
Yeah. We used to tip the mailman. I don't even know who our mailman is. I'm never home
My
when the
mail
mailman
woman
comes.
is Irene, and she's fantastic.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Kaylee.
Michael, I just texted Vanessa and asked if
tipping is appropriate.
She's ever been tipped.
Yeah, and
but she might be on a flight
By the way,
because it came back that her notifications are
It's
silent.
Kaylee Cuoco, who stars in the TV series The Flight Attendant. You know Kaylee Cuoco.
Is that series any good?
Oh, it's so
I like
good.
her.
First two seasons, fantastic. And she did an interview with TMZ, and they were talking about flight attendants. She said, I think flight attendants should be tipped for good service.
No, I don't think so. By the way, did they ever figure out who killed that guy who was in the bed with her when she woke up? Because that's the first episode I saw. I didn't see any after that. Who killed him?
Well,
I'm
don't
not
say.
gonna spoil
I haven't
it.
seen it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not going to spoil
But
it. It's not that
tipping
old.
Flight attendants, I don't think you should tip flight attendants. You tip baggage handlers, of course.
Would you have DM'd the airline and said, boy, this lady's really not very nice and unbelievably
No, I wouldn't have,
rude?
but I don't blame you for doing it if she was that rude.
See, to me, when I was owning a small business, when I owned movie theaters, I would get complaints, and I would act on those complaints.
course.
I would go talk to whatever employee had an interaction with a customer that I didn't like, and it was instructive.
Right.
It helped me to know if my staff was doing a good job or not
Exactly.
doing a good
Right.
job. So to me, that's why JetBlue and Claudia
Should know that.
Should know that.
Yes.
Should know that better. I said her name again.
Well,
I
it's not
keep
her first
meaning
name.
not to say her name.
What's her last name?
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't know. All right, so here's an idea.
Well, you were going to play LeBron's wedding.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
well, LeBron's wedding. Thank you for that. So LeBron James on The Shop talked about some wedding crashers that he had to deal with, and
Now, I've been to the hotel where LeBron's wedding was. I was not there the weekend of his wedding, but I know where it is and where he got married. So, if he doesn't mention it, I won't.
Here is LeBron's story.
Mav, no, we had 2 wedding crashers.
Oh, that's right.
But that wasn't even invited at all. That no one knew.
Oh, that's No one knew.
No one
the
knew.
TV, the movie.
No one
Full
knew,
on.
and this is how they got
In pictures.
This
How'd you
is
sniff 'em out, though?
This is how they got sniffed
In
out.
pictures.
Had a celebrity friend walk by, and they called him their real name that none of us call them. I don't want to say the name, but they call. Say for instance, you walk by and they be like, "What's up, Paul?" You like, "Paul." And so you come to me, you like, "Hey, Brian, hey, you know these?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Why? What's wrong?" He like, "Call me Paul." Now, everybody in the family know I'm PR. Everybody gonna call me Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I got sniffed out. So my security go over to him and say, "Hey, who y'all with?" They like, "Oh, we with him." And when
We're Uncle
when they
Ned's
said him,
kid.
him turned
Yes.
around at the same time was like,
Hell no.
"Hell no!" And put out, swear to God, they out with a plate and everything. I was like,
That's hard.
smack on the ground.
So I actually had an experience. No, I guess I did sort of crash a wedding when I was in Puerto Rico for a wedding. There was a wedding on the other side of the hotel, and they had more than just beer and wine available.
Better food.
So our wedding, only beer and wine.
Right.
Their wedding, full bar. These were during my drinking days.
Yeah.
And so I drifted towards the other wedding because they had a fully open bar.
Lisa and I used to have when we lived in apartments. Mm-hmm. Bergman, do you ever crash parties at your apartment? Like if you walk by and you see one of your neighbors is having a party, you ever crash it?
Yeah.
I did. I used to do that all the time.
Fun.
Did you?
I'd say, hey, I live upstairs. I'm just coming by. How's your party going? You know, blah, blah. And they'd say, hey, hang around. And we'd talk to them for a while. It was fun. But I would never crash a wedding. I think a wedding is one step too far.
But if it was beer and wine only
No, I
versus
wouldn't do it.
full bar, you wouldn't drift over to the full bar?
I'm pretty leery of going. Like, Michael, there's a lot of
You're a big rule follower.
Well, Laker events, Michael and I never go to things unless we're specifically invited. Mm-hmm. Like there was just that when we were in Vegas, there was like a lot of big things. Some of the stuff we were invited to, some of the stuff we weren't.
Oh, really? Like
we
what?
only go to the stuff where we're invited.
Or it's mandatory. I don't go if I'm invited anyway.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So
If it's
you
mandatory,
only go
I-
if it's mandatory.
mandatory, yeah.
He goes if he's invited.
Yeah, right.
If you're invited and it's not mandatory,
No.
you don't go.
No.
Yeah,
That's-
so that's one step beyond. Like there was a big thing for sponsors at Topgolf
Okay.
in Vegas. Michael and I were not invited. So even though all of our radio bosses were there, all the people from here were there, we
bother me.
didn't go.
I wasn't going to go anyway.
But you did wind up at Topgolf at some point, didn't you?
No.
No, never did?
No. Walked over there late afterwards with Sliwa.
So to get the scraps.
No, because Sliwa, we heard Sam was there. So we wanted to go
okay,
say hi
got
to
it,
Sam,
got
but
it.
it was like the party was already
See,
over.
I'll tell you, the Topgolf and pickleball are both really big things now.
Yeah.
People go to Topgolf.
Well, now like Tom Brady and Michael Jordan are buying pickleball
Is
teams.
anybody going to watch a pickle?
No.
So I was down in Venice a few weeks ago, and they've got a rousing pickleball area, and people are, cheering and whatnot. I'm like, I'm not going to sit and watch pickleball. It's just like baby tennis.
Yeah, exactly.
Pickleball is just
It's
baby
a good way
tennis.
of putting it. Yeah, it's fun, though. It's fun to play.
It's fun to play,
it's fun
but
to play.
the idea of owning a franchise,
Nice to
I don't
watch.
think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either.
May as well watch shuffleboard.
Well, and every time, like when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing I said, everybody would say to me all the time, John, by the time you're an adult, soccer is going to be the number one sport in America. It's taking over the world. It's going to replace everything. You got to get behind soccer. Well, tonight we have the Classico. It's a great game.
It's a
soccer.
great game,
But
yeah.
soccer has not replaced any of the big three sports in America.
No, but it has gained a follow. I mean, the LAFC, and it's gained a big following.
Will pickleball be that in 30 years?
No.
Why?
Because it's baby tennis. Nobody wants to watch. You have to. It's for lesser athletes, right?
Yep.
In other words, you don't
have to run as much.
You don't have to run as much. So
Right.
you're cutting down on the running. And it really is a tennis court cut in half. I would like to play. I've not played. I've not been in. Like Lisa Ireland.
She plays a lot.
Yeah, she's supposed to invite me to play.
It's ping pong without the table.
Right. And so Kevin Durant bought a franchise today. Who is going to watch pickleball? There's no TV
Well, I'll tell you
deal
another
for
thing that I
pickleball.
don't necessarily. Have you noticed that gaming has cooled off a little bit? Like these teams with gaming teams, like the Lakers have
Yes.
a gaming team, and those leagues are still going pretty strong. But some of them, like the League of Legends and some of these other leagues, are starting to get less popular.
Didn't you just tell me League of Legends had their championship?
They're in their quarterfinals right now.
Yeah. So I mean, and everybody said that's going to take over the world. So it's just a matter of timing. Like, are you a gamer? Do you play games? Do you ever play?
I used to play Call of Duty, but I do not play anymore.
Right.
I still have the thing. If somebody wants the
You
thing,
have the
I'll
headset?
give you the thing. No, the thing with the device, the PlayStation.
Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, I have PlayStation.
I have a PlayStation and a Wii. I don't think we
I
use
think
either one of them.
Wii is over.
Wii's are fun because you can play actual physical sports. You can play like tennis and golf
Bowling and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. All right, coming up next for you. Has Tom Brady quitted? You know what quiet quitting is?
No.
Okay. We'll talk about that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 7.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
$710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays. Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sedano and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Okay, I'm going to call this this is a thought experiment. I don't even know what that term means, but let's just say that's what it
Why
means.
not?
Okay. Smart people say it all the time. It's like a CY Ramona kind of thing,
Okay.
thought experiment. So there's this idea out there, and Michael Thompson's hanging out today, that people have been quiet quitting their jobs.
Okay.
In other words, they're showing up, but they've kind of quit.
They're mailing it in.
Mailing it in.
Okay.
Now, Tom Brady this last week, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost, and he did not look good. Took time away from the team to attend Robert Kraft's wedding on Friday night. He missed a team meeting and a Friday walkthrough. Here's what Rex Ryan said about that.
To me, they weren't ready. Whether we can sit back and just brush it off, oh, it's okay that your Hall of Fame quarterback missed a practice and a freaking meeting. You sound like a quarterback, like a rookie quarterback's got no clue. And I've been around one like that in a situation. This is not how you play. Tom Brady knows. He stands for leadership. Yeah. And this thing right here is, I'm sorry, but this is on Tom Brady.
It's as simple.
Okay, so here's Ryan Clark, same subject.
But we can't sit here and applaud him constantly for the last 2+ decades and then not point out that he's behaving differently this particular team is not his priority.
This particular team is not his priority. Did he quiet quit?
It's a good question. And I think another branch on this tree is he retired.
Yes.
And then they kind of talked him out of retirement.
Yep.
And he came back. And I think in those 2 months he was retired, he probably made some commitments. I know he wanted to go on vacation with his family. Yep. He wanted to, he's probably getting divorced over this, it looks like. Robert Kraft and Tom Brady were incredibly close. And it would be the equivalent of Jerry Buss getting married and Magic Johnson not being there. If Magic was still involved with the NBA at that time, Magic and Jerry were very close, I think he would drop whatever he was doing and go to that wedding.
Even if Magic missed, and it's granted it's a longer season, but missed a game.
Right.
Would Magic have missed
Wouldn't
a game?
Missed a game, but missed a walkthrough, missed a practice.
Okay. I just don't think his heart is in it. It doesn't seem like his heart is in it.
I don't have a problem with him going to Bob Kraft's wedding and missing a practice. Do you?
I don't know that that's what a leader does. I don't know if that's what Michael.
Okay, so let me just give you some background on this. Last 2 years of his career, Kobe didn't practice.
But he was there, though.
But he was there.
Yeah, but he just didn't. He wasn't physically on the court.
He was there for
you
quote-unquote walkthrough. He was there for team meetings. He was there for all that stuff.
He didn't stay home or go on a vacation.
Right. So Michael, you think Brady is at fault here?
I'm sure he probably talked to Todd Bowles, Todd Bowles, right, his coach.
Yep.
Got permission to leave. Bowles probably gave him permission to leave. But that's still a bad look.
Yeah.
He should be there.
Yeah,
I mean, Robert Kraft, you could send him some flowers. This marriage will be over in a month anyway.
Why do you think that?
Because he's going to need him another massage.
Well, if the shoe fits. Yeah, I guess. But.
Michael says the things I wish I could say sometimes.
Have you seen his wife? She's 47. He's 94.
I think she's 37.
And he's 84.
She's 84.
I think she's 47.
Is she?
Look it up. I think
Look
she's 47.
up Bob Kraft's current wife's age.
Well, she's definitely a cougar.
No.
No. She's not a cougar.
Now, Mace.
He's robbing the cradle.
Well,
Mace.
Yeah.
Do you think...
She's 48.
48. Okay, 48. That's more reasonable.
So there's a 30-plus year age difference, right? Do you think she is marrying for love?
No, she's marrying for money.
But you said that doesn't happen.
No, I know it happens. I would not do it, and I would not advise anybody to do it.
She's taking the Bergman approach.
Yeah, no. Look, Ireland's fancy.
Let's get married. We're in love. Yeah, and Mason would say, no one gets married that doesn't love each other.
Yeah, but that's just a financial and sex relationship.
Yes.
That's all that is.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It happens all the time.
But I'm saying I would not do it, and I would not advise anybody to do it.
No, we are advising Bergman to do it. He married for love the first time.
Michael, you married for love.
Yes. Ireland, do you think she married for love? Because you're a romantic. You think she married for love?
No.
So you think if
I don't either.
You think if he was a retired mailman, she wouldn't marry him?
No,
Zero chance.
Zero.
I don't even think if he was an active mailman, she would do it.
Tell you what.
This is why I keep telling Bergman, Michael, that Bergman married for love the first time. It didn't work out. Yeah. I said he needs to find somebody who is an
Rich.
heiress.
Yeah.
A sugar mama.
Yes. I mean, it's just as easy to marry rich as it is to marry poor.
No, it's actually harder to find somebody that you love than somebody who's rich.
Yeah, you can't make love to money. Ireland.
Right. So take the easy road.
Right.
That's what I'm telling Greg.
Hey, Ireland, can you make love to money or to a woman?
Yeah, Ireland, by the way, at home sometimes will just
Why not
cover the
both?
bed with $20 bills and
20.
roll around.
Yeah.
20s. Hundreds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Singles if you're lucky.
You gotta have love, Ireland.
Michael makes me, whenever we go on a flight, we get per diem. We
Yes.
get these envelopes.
Yep.
So Michael and I have a ritual where he makes me take all the hundreds out of my envelope and give them to him. And he gives me 20s in return.
I buy his hundreds for 20s.
He buys all my hundreds. And I said, what is the purpose of this? He goes, I just like hundreds. So one day, was it Clay or was it Clay sends him a picture?
Yeah.
Look what I found. And apparently he found Michael's stash.
Oh,
yeah.
And,
you have a stash in your house?
And well, Clay just found it, and he was fanning it out like he was a Vegas dealer.
Yeah.
On the outside. Did you get all the Did you get all the hundreds back?
You put them back.
Yeah.
Now this will make me sound weird, but I have always Juan thinks I'm ridiculous. I have a go bag.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Oh, a lot of people do.
If I have to go, I've got a fair amount of cash.
How much you got in there?
I don't want to say.
More than 10?
But here's
more
the
than
thing.
10 what?
10K.
More than $10.
Are you kidding?
But this is an interesting thing.
More than 10K.
Watch this, Michael. I don't understand this about Mason. I have no idea how much money I have in my wallet, but I know I have a lot. A lot for like walking around money.
Yes.
How much money do you have in your wallet right now?
Here's how little money I have.
Right. I'm astounded by this. He
I
never
don't
carries
have my
cash.
wallet with me. I didn't even bring it today.
Wow. I could never do that.
Yeah, I didn't even bring it. I just Apple Pay stuff. It's so easy to just
Everything's
on the phone. It's like your money's right there.
That's it.
What if you need your ID? Where's your ID? Suppose you get stopped by the
I
cops.
have-
I've got in my email. I've got a copy of my ID.
Okay.
All right. I have $211
Wow.
on me.
That's a lot of money to carry around.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. That's about what you want. What if something comes up where you need cash?
Yeah.
Or you got to tip somebody?
What do you need cash? I mean, I know we
live in a world where we have to tip people.
Right, but a lot of these people want you to Venmo them money. Like I was at a valet parking thing situation in down in Orange County at Roos Chris and Irvine last week, and they just had a Venmo number, a Venmo address. You could send them money, and they'd rather have it.
It takes time, don't it? You can just take the $10 out of your pocket and just hand it to them.
Yeah.
Boom, it's over. Boom.
Yeah, Brenda hates
money's
cash.
gone.
Don't you got to open
Yeah,
the app
Lisa
and
does
everything?
too. My
By
wife.
the way, and money's the
My wife
filthiest
will never
thing
get
in the world.
robbed. She never
That's
has
true.
any cash on her.
Yeah, I shouldn't have told everybody about my go bag.
Well, if you have less
By the way, it's not there anymore.
It's got
your go
cash.
bag just got up and
But
went.
Mace, if you got less than 10, how long you expect to live on that money? It's going to be gone in a couple months.
It's to go, not to live.
Oh, go away.
Where are you going?
Yeah, you got to spend to
You
stay
never
somewhere.
know.
What is the scenario in which the go bag would be
In case of an
used?
earthquake or something like that?
I don't know.
Wind.
I just think you need to have some cash in the house
Yeah.
in case you have to go on the lam.
An emergency?
I have a fake beard, a mustache.
You have the Neil Diamond get up. Remember when Neil Diamond went to the
Oh,
Laker game with a
yes.
fake beard because he was worried about
That
people
was
walking up
genius.
to him and the
That
beard
was
kept
genius.
falling off, and we're
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing?"
Do you have a go bag?
No.
No.
Michael, you don't need a
No,
go
if anything,
bag.
I'd rather have
I have an earthquake kit.
Yeah,
An
earthquake kit
earthquake
makes
kit.
sense.
Yeah, no, Jorge, you have a go bag?
Yeah. Passports and stuff.
Is it under that desk right there?
Yeah, exactly. Right here.
Bergman, do you have a go bag?
No, sir.
Get one.
Yeah.
No,
Get one.
Bergman,
I got nothing.
Get a couch.
Yeah,
That'd be a
the
good
couch
start.
off the street.
You only have a go bag if you think people are going to chase you for something. What are people after you for?
Who knows?
Well,
Who knows?
You don't deal with unscrupulous
What's
people.
in the go bag?
Yeah, what is in it besides cash?
Besides
what
money,
else?
like-
You got some clothes.
Weed.
Do you have a flashlight?
Yes.
Do you have water?
No.
No canned food.
I'm not a survivalist.
Do you have warm clothes or like a pair of short workout clothes?
I've got a jacket.
Okay.
I've got jeans. I've got shoes and socks.
Wow. And how long have they been in there? When's the last time you opened your go bag?
Well, you know what I do is every time I withdraw money from the ATM, for whatever reason, I always put 2/3 of it in the go bag.
Well, so now you might have a little cash in there.
I got cash.
Yeah.
I got cash. If I have to go, I'm gone.
8,700.
What are you just guessing?
Yeah,
random?
no.
Is this
It
the
sounds like
prices
he
right?
doesn't know.
Yeah, you said less
I
than
don't know
10.
exactly. Again, if I withdraw, let's say I go to the dispensary and I withdraw $300 to buy cannabis, and then I have $100 left over. The $100 goes to the go bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this? How many years?
Probably 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's enough money to get by for a while.
Can I ask you guys? I'll do it when we come back.
Would you take one if you had to go?
Oh, yeah. We're getting a
Hello?
call.
Michael, we're on the air.
Hello?
No, he's got to answer that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you.
Can I ask you a question about the Clippers when
Yes.
we come back?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
'Cause-
Also, do you hear what's coming to gas stations in Florida?
No, what?
I will tell you. Mason, Ireland, 7.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
show live on video? Maybe you're in the office or you're at home? Just pull up the YouTube app or go to youtube.com, search ESPNLA. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, yo, and watch all of the fun and frivolity live.
Just tap the other guy in the face.
No. Mason and Ireland video, along with Mason and Ireland audio, right in your ear and your eyes. Mason and Ireland continues right now.
In the Mason and Ireland Mafia, Ramon tweets, "Hey, if you've never played pickleball, don't talk trash on it. Come out and play, and it'll be a great cardio
Yeah, you'll like
workout."
it. I've enjoyed it when I've played it.
It's a great sport.
Are you
I
any
love
good?
playing it.
No, Lisa is.
Lisa's good?
She's good.
Could I beat her?
No. You could beat me. But well, maybe not. You're a spaz. But you would not be terrible at it.
Yeah, no, I think it'd probably be good.
Yeah.
Michael, did you ever play?
Oh, I love pickleball.
Do
Love
you?
it.
You love
it.
playing?
Well, because he's tall and
'Cause
long.
I was a great
You
tennis
can't
player.
get it around him.
I could really play tennis, and I wasn't quite Pete Sampras, but I was good, and pickleball's fun to play.
All right, you had...
Yeah, and here's my question for
Yeah.
you guys. It's about the Clippers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
favorite subject.
the first year, this is year 4 of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The first year was the bubble collapse. Remember when they...
Collapse.
Yeah, thank you.
No, but the
collapse.
bubbles don't collapse.
Claps.
Yeah.
Bubbles don't clap.
Claps.
Now, the next 2 years have been basically gone away for injuries. Kawhi's been injured the whole time.
Yep.
They keep renewing these guys and paying them whatever they want, and they're kind of married to them. But if it doesn't work this year, if they both miss the majority of this season with injuries, you just circle the wagons, bring them back again for year 5?
I mean, do you give up on them? No, because they're still both in their early 30s. If they got hurt again, there's nothing you can do about that, but you can still salvage your career.
But don't you think the Clippers are thinking, all right, so we're going to limit these guys' minutes?
Yeah, they're talking about bringing Kawhi off the bench to limit his minutes.
Let them play when they're going to play. We've got a really deep team, and let's make sure these guys are healthy when we get to the playoffs. Isn't that the right strategy? Like, for example, Clay is on a minutes restriction
only
right now,
because he's coming
18
off,
or 19 minutes.
Yeah, that'll change as the season goes along, but only because he's coming off 2 injuries, so serious injuries. Which, even though they're doing this, it still puzzles me because do you know who played the most minutes in the NBA Finals? Clay.
Oh, wow.
He played the most minutes in the NBA Finals.
Of anybody in the NBA
Of all those
Finals?
Warrior guys?
Yep, of all the Warrior
Played
guys.
more than Steph?
Played more than everybody.
Wow.
But yet they're bringing him along slowly because, I don't know, because he had an easy summer of not playing every day. But he says he feels fine. But, I mean, they're just being extra cautious since coming off of 2 devastating injuries. But I figured if you could play all the minutes in the finals, the most intense basketball you can possibly play. But anyway, I guess they know what they're doing.
Do you believe in saving, Kawhi monitoring minutes, Paul George?
Initially, coming off a serious injury, but once the season gets on, let's say second half of the season, Kawhi should be out there. If he's healthy, should be there 36 minutes a game.
Hey, by the way, Michael, are you still a Ben Simmons fan?
Yeah, I love Ben Simmons. He just needs somebody to instill the right confidence in him. That boy can play. I don't understand it. It ain't that difficult. Tell him, Ben, just shoot the ball. I don't care if you miss.
Do you
just
think
relax.
Do you think nobody's tried this?
I don't
Is this
know.
like a strategy that is revolutionary?
It doesn't sound like it because it sounds like everything you hear about him, everybody's criticizing the guy instead of encouraging him.
But you don't think somebody's coaching
Steve
him along?
Nash?
Okay, so remember I told you, we were talking earlier, Michael, before you were in here, that Woj had that comment. If you want to play it again, Mace, go ahead. But he talking about how the Lakers are probably going to wait 20 games and then decide, take a look around and see who's out there. Here's Woj.
Greeny, I'm told to expect Rob Pelinka and the Lakers to wait until post-Thanksgiving, 20 games into this season, and see what teams may start pivoting, who don't start off well, who decide that they may start to look to unload players and perhaps get involved in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, to get down in the lottery instead of, as we saw in previous years, teams chasing the play-in tournament, and see then using that 2027, that 2029 pick, and of course Russell Westbrook's expiring contract to see what is going to be out there in the marketplace. And as more teams and more players become sellers, there were so many buyers the last couple of years. The expectation is there'll be more sellers this year. You start to see the asking price in trades go down. It's supply and demand. So expect the Lakers really to get to that 20-game point where teams kind of reach an inflection point about how they want to proceed, and then see what might really be available to help improve this Lakers team.
All right, so one thing that could happen in the scenario which he's describing is Did any of you guys check out any of the Pelicans-Nets game last night?
Did not see it.
Okay, Nets trailed wire to wire by as many as 25. The Pelicans just boat raced them. If Brooklyn breaks that team up,
right?
Like if it looks like they're not going to make the play, like they have a season like the Lakers did last year.
You are already ready to proclaim that after one night?
No, but I'm saying if it doesn't work, if they
Right.
start, well, what would you say, 20 games? If
Yeah.
they start 5-15,
right?
Impossible. They got too much talent for that.
That's what I think too.
I mean, with Kevin Durant,
But Michael, that's what people said about our team last year, and we finished 16 games under 500 because we had all those injuries.
Yeah, well, that's injury. Injuries you can't do anything with injuries. But if they're healthy, the Nets should be 15-5, not 5-15.
Right,
Somebody
but-
just needs to.
but
get
here's
Ben
what I'm
Simmons.
saying.
Ben Simmons needs to talk to either Deion Sanders or Michael Cooper and stop babying this guy. They need
Yeah.
to just get. Listen, man, either pee or zip your pants up, okay? One or the other. That's what they would tell him. Come on, stop
But-
babying this guy.
All right.
I don't want to hear all this other stuff.
I've said many times you could be a GM.
Yep.
Okay. You're the GM of the Nets. Okay. They have a disastrous start. They play a bunch more games like last night.
Inexcusable, yes.
All right. You're 5-15. You just hang on to Kyrie and let him walk for nothing at the end of the year, or do you trade him?
Well, I'll bring him into my office and find out where his mind is at for sure.
And what if he says to you, I'm going to explore free agents?
Well, I'll see what I can get for him. If your
Yeah.
heart's not in it, if you don't want to commit to be on this year and put in 100% effort and get back to the All NBA level that you're capable of, and put in that commitment to the franchise, then yeah, I'll trade you.
See, my question is, so if you're going to wait till 20 games in, and it's by all accounts that's what's going to happen. What if the season gets away from you? I mean, what if?
Well, a season.
What if we're 5-15?
Right, but a season can't really get away from you at the 20-game mark.
If you're 10 games under 500,
You could be 1-19 and come back and make the play-in
well, you
tournament.
can
Yeah.
mathematically.
I mean, 10 teams make the playoffs. Only 6 don't.
Yeah, but that team should not
Or
be
5
5-15.
Right. Well, nobody thought the Lakers should be 16 games under 500
Well,
last
that's
year.
injuries kill them.
Yeah.
Right, but
they're healthy.
somebody's going to get killed by injuries. We just don't know who it is.
Right, we don't know. But
Yeah.
if the Nets are healthy, they should definitely be 15-5.
Yeah, well, we were talking like the Blazers won last night, but they're
Right.
playing Sacramento, but they won. If the Blazers start 5-15 and they have a really young team,
Yeah. Trade Damian.
yeah, do you keep
Yeah.
them?
To see if you can get Wembanyama.
Yeah, wouldn't you consider it?
No, Damian says he wants to finish his career in Portland.
Well, wait. Now the update on that is he says he wants to pass Clyde Drexler on the all-time Blazers scoring list. It sounds as though that may be the benchmark at which he'll say, "Okay, now I want out of here."
Yeah.
Pass Clyde, then okay, I want out of here.
Yeah.
And LeBron and AD had real conversations with Dame.
Really?
Oh yeah,
They did?
Back in the
they
day,
did.
but
Wow.
yeah, so that's the reason why you've got to wait. You can't just I think Travis was in here yesterday saying you got to deal with Westbrook right now.
No.
Well, no.
You don't.
There's
no incentive to moving him right this second.
Does anybody abandon ship quicker than him?
No, he's quick. He's quick.
He would have jumped off the Titanic once they left port.
There
Port.
he is. There's Travis. Cannonball.
He wouldn't have waited for the iceberg.
By the way, and Michael, Thursday, I know we're getting to game of games. So Thursday, Travis said that under no circumstances would he welcome Carlos Correa to the
Yeah, I'm the
Dodgers.
same. Under no circumstances.
If Carlos Correa makes you better and helps you win, why not take him?
Yeah, the Dodger fans will forgive him as long as he's hitting
Absolute
300.
cheater.
First home run, they're on their feet
Exactly.
cheering.
Talk
That's
to
right.
this Dodger fan. Absolutely
Really?
not.
Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. He comes up to win a series. You're not pulling for him to get a hit?
No, if they sign him, the whole world is going to. I just don't think they're going to sign him. And by the way, he's a big name. He's not didn't necessarily have big production.
Yeah,
this
that's true.
year.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
better shortstop
If you
out
got
there.
a shot at Xander Bogaerts
Yeah.
or Dansby Swanson or any of these guys,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you look at it seriously. They're going to need a new shortstop
How much-
because I think Trey Turner's leaving.
They say the Dodgers are interested in Judge. How much? Let's say 5 years. How much should they offer him?
Well, I think he's going to want more
How much
than
more?
5 years.
Okay. He's
Judge
only
is how old?
30.
30.
And he's in good shape.
I think it's
7 years.
7 years, 40 a year.
280.
If they can get him, I will go out to left field and bang on the trash can myself and tell him what's coming.
This is Aaron
Aaron
Judge.
Judge.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Aaron Judge. 7 years,
280.
280.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Bergman, is that a deal?
I think
Sounds
he's
about
getting
right,
more
yeah.
than that. I
I
think
he's
he's
getting more than $40 million a year.
I do. I think he gets. I think his overall package is going to be between $300 and $400 million.
So give him 5 for $250.
Manny Machado got $330. Aaron Judge had a better year than Machado's ever had.
So wouldn't 5 for $250 do it, Mace? 50 a year?
5 for $250,
50
a year. Yeah, it might.
I think that'll do it.
I mean,
that takes him up to age 35, and he's a home run hitter. He can still hit home runs.
Yeah, I mean, the
late
Dodgers
30s.
can absolutely outspend the Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers are just printing money. All right, coming up next for you is Game of Games.
Call Pepe.
Oh, it's Michael's game day.
Yeah.
I forgot. Michael, what's the theme for the game?
Well, El Pepe, the El Dictator, ordered this game today. It is classical music, multiple choice. Classical music, multiple choice.
If he doesn't win this,
that's right.
If one of us takes
Is he a
him down-
classical music
Yes, Bergman and Jorge, you guys should have a chance too. It's stuff you guys
If
should
I get
know.
one of these right, I'll be shocked.
You'll
wait,
get 'em.
but no, our goal as a group is to take down Pepe
Yeah, you-
because he'll never live this down. He
This is-
handpicked this topic.
He handpicked it.
This is going to be big-time swag system, Jorge.
Big time.
We will play the
I am
game.
ready.
Coming up next, Mason and Ireland.
Let's go,
7:10
man. Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets. React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play. Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100 or play all season long at cover5.com.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. Game of Games time, and we welcome to the show the great Pepe Mantilla. Pepe, how you doing, man?
How you doing? I just want to tell you, Mason, that I agree with you. I don't like Romo.
There you go.
What, Pepe? What's wrong with you? Why are you being an announcer hater?
Talks too much, right?
He's boring.
Yeah, boring.
You have to. I mean, you have to entertain. We are entertainers after all.
Yes, I think so. I think Romo's plenty entertaining. All right, Michael. Now you claim you've created this game specifically for Pepe, right?
I was ordered by El Dictator Presidente Pepe to compose a game of classical music for Game of Games. Get it? Compose Game of Games. Get it? Compose.
Oh,
and what El Dictator says, you must do.
Listen to Pepe.
So Pepe El Presidente, la música clásica para ti. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Muy bien.
All right.
Yeah, very
there we
good.
go.
All right.
And Bergman
Is your name your buzzer?
Yeah, no, multiple choice.
Okay.
The world's most recognizable opera house is located in which Australian city? Melbourne, Adelaide, or Sydney?
Jorge.
Sydney.
Bergman.
That's right, Sydney.
Mace.
Sydney.
As anyone who has seen Finding Nemo knows, the answer is Sydney. Pepe.
Sydney.
In which year did the Sydney Opera House open? 1971, 72, or 73?
Bergman.
73.
Mace.
73.
I'm going to say 72. Pepe.
73.
Jorge.
72.
It is 73.
Yeah!
Okay.
Hey, 2-0, look
Bergman,
at
Mason, and Pepe got it.
Which of these artists did not perform with Pavarotti? Madonna, Sheryl Crow, or Celine Dion? Did not perform with Pavarotti.
Mace.
Madonna.
I will also say Madonna. Pepe.
I'm going to guess Madonna as well.
Jorge.
Sheryl Crow.
Greg.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow.
It is Madonna.
Madonna.
Okay.
Mozart was born in which city? Vienna, Graz, or Salzburg?
This one is me. I'm going to go Graz. Pepe.
I've been there, and it is Salzburg.
Salzburg. Okay. Jorge.
Yeah, well, Pepe said Salzburg.
Okay. Greg.
He was there, so I'm going to say Salzburg.
Yeah, how do you disagree with Pepe? I'm on Salzburg.
All right, Michael.
It is Salzburg.
Yeah.
All right.
How old was Mozart when he composed his first symphony? 8, 5, or 12?
Pepe, this one's you.
What a crazy one. I'm going to guess 8.
Jorge.
Yeah, he was there. 8.
Michael was.
Greg.
5.
Greg, you're going 5?
Yeah.
All right, Mace.
Got to be 12.
I will go 8.
It is 8.
Ah!
Okay.
I bet it was a terrible symphony.
No, it was pretty good.
8 years
All right, let me-
old?
It was his 5th symphony.
All right, let me give you a score update. Pepe 5, Mace 4, Bergman, Ireland, and Briones 3 each. All right, here we go.
Beethoven's Ninth Symphony No. 9 is played in this movie when the bad guys successfully open the vault in which movie? The Bank Job, Heist, or Die Hard?
This one goes to Jorge.
Heist.
Greg.
Die Hard.
Mace.
Die Hard.
I'm also going Die Hard. Pepe.
Die Hard.
It is Die Hard.
The great Alan Rickman
That's
was
right.
the villain
That
in
was
that.
a great movie.
Hey, Pepe's still in the lead.
What do we call...
Nakatomi Building.
That's right. Exactly, Jorge.
It's in Century City. You can see it.
What happened to Beethoven later in his life? He became blind, mute, or deaf?
Bergman.
Blind.
Mace.
Blind.
I'm going to say deaf. Pepe.
Is deaf.
Jorge.
Deaf.
Yep, it is deaf.
He wound up deaf.
Lindsay screwed me.
What a terrible way to go.
All right, Pepe's got a commanding lead. Pepe 7, Mason and Ireland 5 each.
But I think he's
Greg
shocking.
and Jorge 4.
The Japanese word karaoke means what? Solo performer, empty orchestra, or no conductor?
Pepe, halo para la raza, dale.
Greg, this one.
Can you?
Go ahead, Pepe.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can you repeat it?
The Japanese word karaoke means solo performer, empty orchestra, or no conductor.
Greg.
Ooh, I think it's the second or the third one. I'm going to go with the second one.
What's the second one, Mike?
Empty orchestra.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mace.
I'm going to say no conductor.
I agree with Mason. I think it's no conductor. Pepe.
Well, I'm going to say solo performer.
Jorge.
No, the last one.
No conductor.
It is empty orchestra.
Oh, we all
I got it right. I got it right. Don't say we all.
Yeah, all right.
Don't lump me in with you.
Pepe 7. You would be lucky to be lumped in with us. Pepe 7. Mason, Ireland, Bergman 5. Jorge 4.
The score for the Nutcracker, we all know that.
Oh, sure.
By the way, it hurts. Was written by a German, a Frenchman, or a Russian.
Pepe.
Oh, wow. Repeat it.
The score for the Nutcracker, written by a German, Frenchman, or Russian.
Russian.
Jorge.
Russian.
Greg.
Russian.
Mace.
It's by Tchaikovsky. I'll say Russian.
Yeah, I'm going Russian.
It is Russian.
Okay, everybody got that one. All right, hey, we're going to do 3 more. And Pepe has the lead, so he's got to go first. Yeah, okay, 3 more.
The third tenor. The 3 tenors, I should say. We know 2 of them to be Pavarotti and Domingo. Who was the third tenor?
Pavarotti.
Pavarotti and Domingo.
Okay.
Who was the third tenor?
Do you have choices?
Oh, yeah, excuse me. His last name was Carlito, Camparas, or Carreras.
Pepe.
Carlito, Carreras, says Pepe.
Jorge.
What's the last one?
Camparas.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Greg.
Carreras.
That wasn't even a choice. Mace.
Paris, whatever
Yeah,
that one is.
Comparis.
Closer.
Yeah, I'll go with the crowd.
It is Carreras.
Yeah,
Okay.
See, it was Carreras. I was right.
How many strings does a harp have? 25, 47, or 35?
Pepe.
47.
Jorge.
47.
Greg.
Something different than those two.
Pick one.
25 or 35?
35.
Mace.
Yeah, I need to make a point. I'll go 35.
I'll go 25.
It is 47.
I thought it was.
Pepe's got it.
Pepe's got it.
All right,
You
do
get it,
one
Pepe.
more for fun.
In which city is the Metropolitan Opera House located? London, New York, or Paris?
Pepe.
New York.
Greg.
London.
Jorge.
Yeah, New York.
Mace.
The Met is in New York.
Yeah, it's in New York.
It is New York.
Pepe, you're the winner, man.
Pepe!
Congratulations.
Rasa, Pepe. You know your classical music. You were right.
Pepe, what is your prediction for tonight for the home opener?
I always think that the Lakers are going to win, and I'm going to go with Ireland. They're going to win by 6.
There it
By
is.
6.
That's what I like to hear. Okay, Pepe, we'll see you in about
Let
an
me see if
hour.
Pepe knows this one. This is a good one. I should
Okay.
ask you guys this one. Hey,
All right.
Pepe, this hotel chain gets its name from violin concertos. Which hotel is it? The Ritz, the Four Seasons, or the Omni?
The Four Seasons.
That's right.
Yeah, the
Four
Four
Seasons.
Seasons.
Oh, wow, that's very good. Wow. Pepe, you cannot beat Pepe in classical music trivia.
You should have been a conductor, Pepe, instead of a dictator.
Well, tonight, Pepe, instead of waving to the crowd, stand up and conduct.
Yes.
That'll be as a tribute to you winning today.
Pepe, Mason says the Lakers are going to lose by 10. What do you say?
I did not say that. You are
no,
completely
no.
making that up.
What do you say, Pep?
Nah, come on, man.
I never said it, Pepe. This is Michael Thompson.
No.
Pepe, you know Michael
Yeah,
would
but
never
I mean,
make anything up.
No. Keep in mind that Michael Thompson has coconut water in his brain.
That's right. Yes, he does.
That's true.
He does.
He ain't lying.
All right, Pepe, we'll see you in about an hour. Thanks.
Pepe.
Congratulations.
See you later.
right,
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's hit the super stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the The shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
By the way, I forgot to read Game of Games powered by Call Jacob. Winning matters. That's why after an accident, you have to go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Shadano is here. Is Cappy somewhere off in the distance? No love boat? All right. Love boat! Love boat! There he is. There he is. So what do you got, George?
I see that Michael has got his best dressed attire for opening night tonight. I see you're ready to roll.
You know, he does you've never driven through the garage where Michael changes right in the middle of the garage? Seriously. Yeah, he'll be changing later.
It's free. You could be like, you're like the coaches now. You know, they used to all wear suits and be all dapper, and now they're like in sweats. That's what you're doing these days.
Exactly. That's the way. It's a basketball game, not a board meeting.
And to be clear, I never said the Lakers would lose by 10.
You said they'd only lose by 3.
I said I didn't even say they were going to lose.
What'd you predict?
By the way, ESPN with their like BPI predictor has the Lakers 60% chance to win today.
Boom.
There you go.
Right there. It's all you need to know.
George, I said, Cappy, I said tonight is a must-win because you can't let them.
I think must win is a lot, but I don't think you're crazy. Mm-hmm. I think there are degrees to this in my opinion.
Right.
If they win, that's obviously great.
Mm-hmm.
If they're competitive, at least, I feel a little better after the way they performed the first night. But if they get blown out again, I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be a long season.
See what I'm saying, Mace?
But not must win.
Well, for mental reasons, Mace. Mentally.
No, I understand.
Your mic went limp.
My mic went limp again.
Mace, why don't you? You said last week the Rams was a must-win against Carolina.
This smells like must-win to me.
That is a
must win.
A 16-game season, and they were
17
already
now.
2-3. 17. They were already 2-3 with tough games coming up, so it was must-win, and they did. This is the second game of an 82-game marathon. Now, I'd like to see him show up and fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, the Clippers have done.
They're good.
They've won, 38 out of the last 40 or something like that?
No, 32-7 in the last 39.
39, that's what it is, right. And they've won
Still
7
crazy.
in a row.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him show up and play. I mean, as long as they play better, I don't think they get blown out at all tonight. But I think they got a chance to win.
I think they keep it close to
But as long as they fight, I'm cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you did a weird guy. I ended up texting George last night.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes of that game he's working.
Insane.
Chris Paul, the number one clutch player statistically in the NBA last year, on the bench.
Yeah, he was not playing well, and Monty rode the hot hand.
Right.
They were down 22 in that
That's
game.
right when I turned it on,
Yeah,
and I was working on a bunch of stuff. I said, I'll just leave it on, and all of a sudden they roared back.
I interviewed Devin Booker at the end of the game, and it was for SportsCenter for
Yeah,
Van Pelt,
I saw it.
And I told him, you guys had the 4th largest comeback on opening night in the last 25 years, 22 points.
Why'd you interview him instead of Damian Lee? He was the hero. See, that people like you drive me nuts.
Well, first of all,
George, do you make the decision?
They don't win
it is
that.
a collaborative decision.
They don't win that game without Devin Booker.
No, Devin Booker was insane. He had like 30 points in that
So
game.
what?
what's
Empty
the
points
issue,
until
Michael?
Damian Lee took over.
What are you talking about? Damian Lee had 11 points in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, all clutch.
Did you see, by the way, Steph's reaction?
No, what
Do
did
you
he
have it, Mace?
Oh, yeah, the Bleacher Report. I tweeted it out, yeah.
Did you put it in, Jorge?
Yeah, he's screaming, and he's waking up the kids. And,
So,
Aisha's all mad.
Damian Lee is married to Seidel Curry, Steph's sister.
Yeah.
You're very close.
So when Damian Lee hit the game winner, so Jorge, did you put that in, the Steph Curry thing?
No.
That was.
But he just screamed.
It was in my email. Yeah. And and the little baby sleeping, and the kid woke up. He goes, "I don't care."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you should have interviewed him, Sedano.
I asked Devin a question about D. Lee.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. At least I got D. Lee in the walk-off interview somehow.
So, Cappy, I don't know anything about what's going on in the baseball playoffs. What are you going to update me on what's going on?
No, there's no more baseball. Baseball's over for you,
Baseball
Mace.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm not paying attention.
Philly blew it yesterday. They were up 4-2.
Philly blew it like the Mavericks blew it last night against the Suns in that game I was doing.
They were actually up 4-0.
Yeah,
Philly.
4-0. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get the steal of our fantasy basketball draft with Paolo Banchero?
The steal. He's the number 1 pick in the
Right,
draft.
but I got him in the 5th round.
But that's where you're supposed to get the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's
In the
where?
fifth- in the-
Yeah,
in
that's
the
where you
fifth
win.
round?
That's where the number one pick last year went in the 4th round. I took Jalen Green in the 5th round last year. Was number 2 pick.
Yeah, Mace. To answer your question, yes, he's going to put up big numbers.
Right, but that's not a steal.
'Cause
You
he's
got
the
him
best-
at the normal value.
He's the best player on a really bad team, so he's going to put up numbers all year.
Yeah.
But that's normal value.
But you're always dismissing my.
I'm just saying. But even Ramona said your fantasy team wasn't that good this year.
Momo doesn't play. She's not playing fantasy.
I know,
is she?
but you asked her which team was better, yours or Trudell, and you didn't tell her whose team was who, and she said, "Oh, the team that didn't have Nikola Jokic."
I like your team.
Yeah, I like my team. I think I'm in good shape.
I mean, it's only 2 games, 2 days that have been played.
I know, but I'm.
You're not
fired
winning
up.
this year, though.
Oh, my ass! I'm winning. I'm definitely.
I'll
winning.
bet you 10,000, 20,000, 25,000 mythical dollars that you won't win this season.
You need
You
that
gotta
money.
win. You got to be first place, Mace.
You have to bet it against
Not
the
last
house
place, Mace?
because I only have $4,000 left.
We gave him another $100,000 a month ago, and he's already lost $96,000.
Well, Ramona was going to loan shark him when you weren't here the other day.
It
You
was
missed
Anita
that.
Marks. Anita Marks. I said I'm going to make a $50,000 bet on whatever you say, Anita, and Anita gave me the bet, and it didn't work out. So now I'm broke.
Ramona was going to loan it to him, but I told Ramona she's got
She's going to put a fig on it?
25% interest, and then Bergman was like, "I'm out. I'm not doing any of this."
It's like the strip club me and Sliwa went to. 25% markup if you use the ATM.
There you go, Mace. I've got money. How much money? I just won a bunch of money this last week, Bergman. I'll put up the money for you, Mace.
You'll put up the money.
I'll put up your
for
money
me.
for me, but you got to pay me a 50% vig.
Bergman.
No, I'm not working in VIGs.
No, Greg doesn't work. He's trying to avoid work.
It's on the real world.
Laura Romo's going to the game tonight, Mace. And,
Are you going, Laura?
Yeah, I gave her tickets. I gave her my tickets.
Oh, good.
Good job, Michael.
Yeah, Laura's my favorite.
He offered them to me, and I was like, I'm already here.
Your
Get up
girl
at
washed
7.
her hair. That's what, you know.
I mean,
You bring in your little boo, that pretty boy?
Little boo.
He's a Clipper fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dump him.
That good-looking
Okay,
guy's
I
a
didn't
Clipper
know that.
fan?
He's a
Little
Clipper
boo-boo.
All of a sudden, he got ugly.
He don't
Deal
smell
breaker.
delicious no more.
No.
Tell him to take a look at Clipper Darrell and point at him and say, is that
Lindsay?
what you want to turn out to
You
be
know
in
what?
life?
I did. I was like, do you want to be this guy? He's like, no. I'm like, see?
So you're not bringing him tonight?
By the
No,
way,
his sister's coming.
Okay.
by the way,
What, Lindsay? Lindsay got
Mace,
something.
I did something similar to you at a wedding once. I didn't crash another wedding.
Right.
But I went to a wedding that was at like a restaurant bar type, like a restaurant place, right? That had like a banquet facility. And
There was
wedding,
another wedding going on?
No. There was just the bar was open for the restaurant too. The wedding was cash bar, and it wasn't even like top rung. Like it was like
Right.
So I was like, hell no. If I'm going to pay money, I'm going to the actual bar where I can get the scotch
Exactly
I want.
right. The other wedding had better booze
Right,
than the wedding
George
I was at.
paid for his
Right, I
booze.
did pay
You
for it.
just went over
Yeah.
and freeloaded off of the tab.
Because
That's
it was
what I
a
would do,
cash
Mace.
bar at the wedding too, and the cash bar at the wedding was not great booze. So I went and got the good booze.
Happy, you do the same, right?
100%. Two
Mason,
weddings, same place, and I could get better booze at the other wedding. I just walk right in. I float in. Nobody knows the difference.
Correct.
I get my drink. I go back to the other wedding.
Mace, did you mingle at the other bar? You
no,
just
I
got
just-
your
In
drink
and out.
I
left?
went for booze.
It was like a mission.
Yeah, I went for
Mission
booze.
Impossible.
I-
Dun,
I-
dun, 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 dun,
This
dun, dun, dun,
This is
dun,
back
dun.
in my drinking days. I probably had 6 old fashions that night.
Good for you. Old fashioned.
Kept going
Lots
back?
of sugar in
I
old
kept
fashioned.
going back. A lot of sugar in
A
an old
lot of
fashioned.
sugar in old fashioned.
Yeah, supercharged.
Hey, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Did Bergman get a couch? I mean, somebody
Greg,
explain
send
the story
him
to
the-
me.
send
I
him
saw
the
the picture.
pictures.
I
Oh, you
saw
saw
the
'em?
picture. I
Yeah,
saw
there's
it
a
on Twitter.
couch in an alley he's thinking about picking up and throwing it into his living room.
And so yesterday,
Laura, you
Cap,
haven't heard
we
about
told
this?
him
Just go to IKEA, man.
we told him not to do it, and then today he drove by. This was yesterday, and today he drove by, and the couch is still outside
Still
the
there.
dumpster. So he's
Bergie-
reconsidering.
Day
Bergie,
two.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah, yeah.
A, how would you get it home? Number one.
It's right below my apartment.
it's
Yeah,
right
but how
there.
would you? You got
I just-
anybody
me
that's
and,
going to help
me and a
you?
buddy pull it upstairs. Done.
All right, now have you walked up on the couch and like really
No.
physically
Examined it?
inspected it?
I have
You
not yet, but I can clean it up.
No.
Yeah, but-
No.
Yeah.
Bergie, do you
What's
have
wrong?
a black light?
No,
do you have,
bro.
Do you own a
I
black light?
would
For
absolutely
sure,
get. I would absolutely get a black light first.
Okay, because you need to see what kind of DNA is on there.
Of
you know?
course.
Facts.
Really
I mean,
hard
honestly, it
pass.
could be
I
like
think that's
something,
the end
that
right
could
there.
put
When
in
you get
jail.
the black light, then it ends the whole quest.
Well, if you clean it really good.
What would you use to
No.
clean it with? What would you clean it with, Bergman?
I'd find all industrial cleaner.
Yeah. No, dude, if you're
Man,
you're
you
gonna
could
do
bring
yourself?
guys in a hazmat suit and you wouldn't get that couch
Well, you're
clean.
gonna do it
Pay,
yourself?
yeah, of course. I'm not going to pay someone to do it. Then
Then
defeats
you're
the whole
definitely not
purpose.
getting it right.
It defeats the whole purpose.
Can't
It's a free
the sales
couch.
department find a client that will give you a
You think I'm going
couch
to call
and
someone and be like,
you
hey,
can
come clean this couch that's on the side
Just
of the road?
go to IKEA, man.
That's expensive.
No, it's not.
It's like thousands of dollars.
Listen
at
to Laura.
IKEA?
Listen
Get
to
out of
Laura,
here,
man.
man.
Listen to Laura.
Time out. Hold on. I moved like 6 months ago, and I was in this predicament of finding a couch.
Was there one on the curb?
No, hell no. I would not do a curb.
Hell
Okay?
no.
I ended up going to like a wholesale place, and I got my couch for like $350.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
you should drive over to North Hollywood because apparently they're growing on the dumpsters on trees.
Two of them,
Listen.
brown leather.
No, listen.
Beautiful.
I'm not opposed
The
to
sad
like.
thing is, Greg, when those couches started, they weren't brown.
Yeah, they were beige. They were beige.
Yes, they were beige, and now they're brown.
Dish out the money, Greg. You got it.
Laura, you wouldn't date a guy who did that, right?
No, because listen, I'm not opposed
No one
to
needs
like.
to know.
No, but I'm not
You
opposed
just
to doing
announced it
yes.
on the radio.
Yeah, no one listens to
You
this.
know, I've always said someone else's trash is someone else's treasure. That's fine, whatever. But there's certain things you don't pick up. Mattresses, couches,
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
things
No
like
mattresses.
that. That's nasty.
What do you mean no mattresses? You're doing a couch.
Yeah, it's like the
No,
same thing.
totally
It's what
different.
people do
Totally
there.
different.
You're putting your ass on
both of them.
I agree. It's
Yeah,
different.
one's not naked.
People have sex in those, dude. Like, come
I
on.
mean, possibly, but you can clean it.
No,
You
possibly.
clean it really, really
no,
good.
that's nasty. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So
I think I can do it.
I have to ask because you weren't here yesterday, right?
No.
And CY was filling in.
CY was in.
The big
and,
CY.
And supposedly he went off on the circle of
He
trust.
called it the JV at the moment.
What did
he says? Not cool anymore. I don't know. Clinton is like he thinks he's the arbiter of cool. I love Clinton, but let's relax a little bit.
Did the community jump the shark?
No, they were just mad at Cappy still, and that's it. Like that's
Cappy,
what he got. That's what he got all bent.
have you
So
not let this go?
he wanted to defend Cappy, and I get it. But Clinton, as much as I love him, and he's a great guy, I do love him, but he's not the arbiter of cool.
Who is?
Certainly not me, but I don't think it's him either. That's for sure.
Who's the coolest guy in the room?
I'll
right now?
take the job.
Yeah, Mason's pretty cool.
I'm cool.
Pretty laid back.
Yeah,
You're like the opposite of cool.
No, I'm super cool.
I think
Yeah.
Mace is cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Michael's a dork.
Yeah,
Why?
you're,
Michael, you're a little. No, you know what Michael is? Michael is like.
Michael and I are both dorks, but we own it.
He's
Right.
like.
Yeah.
He's like your crazy uncle.
Yeah.
He'll say
How so?
anything.
You'll say anything. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Like you said some things today that I wanted to say but couldn't say, and
Like
you said
what?
them.
What did I say was so outrageous?
What'd I say?
Yeah.
You're like, you remember that? You ever see the movie Jerry Maguire?
Well, my idol's Larry David.
Do you remember the movie Jerry
Oh, yeah,
Maguire?
yeah.
Rod Tidwell's brother, Teepee. That's you. You're
Yeah.
Teepee. He says things, and then they all like, Teepee, shut up.
That actor is a guy named Aries Spears. He used to
Yeah.
come on the
Oh,
show.
oh, yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Great Shaq
Does great
impression.
impressions.
Yeah,
he's
really
great.
good dude.
And Evander Holyfield, too.
So, Cappy, you're still being dramatic with your community, or
Boycott
are you
Day
done
6.
with that? Is this still a boycott, or
Well,
why
Mace,
don't you get over it? Why don't you let it go?
Let me just say something to you, Steve Mason.
Yeah.
You know me well enough to know that I'm not just about to walk back in. I'm a break down the door kind of guy.
Okay.
So when I re-enter the circle, which I probably will be doing, when I do it, it will be big. It will not just be me liking some tweet or just putting something out like, hey, I think the Lakers are going to win tonight, or LAFC is going to beat tonight the Galaxy. It's not going to be something like that, Mace. It's going to be something gigantic when I go back in.
Cap, I got it.
Go ahead.
When you go back in,
Yeah.
just do a couple of rhymes, and at the end go, that's what's in.
Okay. Hey, I want to tell you guys something. I did some research on that.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I have found the names of all of those gentlemen
Who
did
appeared
that
on the
video.
KUSI Morning News.
Tour.
That's right.
Are they going on tour?
I don't know if they're going on tour, but I found every one of them. I looked them all up on Facebook to see if I was connected to any of them. Thank goodness I wasn't. If I was going to block them, cancel them, whatever it
What are you
was.
talking about? They're just having a little fun.
Dude,
That's not in.
that's
That
not
is not
in.
in.
Blocking
That is
and
not in.
canceling is
That
not
is-
in.
No, those guys, I'm not a cancel culture guy except for those guys.
Those guys. Now, Cappy, did you get the text I just sent?
I did just get it, but I haven't looked at it yet. Let me take a look at it.
Okay, take a look, because
All
this
right.
is what I think you need.
Okay.
It's a phone number.
Oh, thank you.
Mace, I got a joke for you.
Phone number to my shrink.
All right, Mace, I got a joke for you.
Michael's got one of his jokes.
I told him if he doesn't stop with the nonsense, I'm just going to bring out the chancla, and that's it. It's all over. After
And then
that.
I didn't know what a chancla was.
Chancla? You
I
don't know
thought
what
it
a
was like a piece of
chancla is?
candy.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh my God, it's a flip flop, but it's like a boomerang that my mom used to throw.
In Hispanic culture,
Yes.
when your grandma or your mom takes off their flip flop
Yeah.
and throws it at you like a
Yeah.
boomerang, that's when you know. If she says, I'm going to reach for the chancla, you're in trouble.
Maybe
So-
my favorite story ever told here is on this station is George when you told the story.
Oh, my mom hit me
about
with
your
the broom.
mom hitting you with the tell that story.
So I was like 12 years old, and my mom wanted me to do something, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I was playing like video games or something, and then she's like, you better do it or I'm going to hit you in the head. And I said, go, hit me in the head. And she went to hit me, and I blocked it. And she just looked at me, and she just nodded. And then she walked out of the room, and I was like, all right, I got her. So I went back, and I started playing video games, and she waited for me. So I got up to like get something to drink or something like 10 minutes
She was
later.
lurking like.
Well, she's in the hallway.
She was waiting in the hallway.
Oh, okay.
And I went to get something to drink, and all of a sudden, all I see as I'm walking out the gate of the door is a head of a broom coming right at my forehead, and boom! And she knocked me right back into my bed.
That's good parenting right there.
That is
Really
good parenting.
Yeah.
That's what Cuban mothers.
Did you get a lot of
No,
corporal
my dad
punishment?
never put his hands on me. Just the look and the yelling was enough fear for me. My mom definitely hit me.
See,
when
my
I was a
dad
kid.
was the belt guy, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom was the wooden spoon lady.
No, that's a white people thing. Wooden spoon. There's a white
Wooden
people
spoon
thing.
was like a thing. Well,
Yeah.
so what?
I mean,
I'm
I get it
white.
with a broom. That's a lot worse.
Yeah, no, it's that. But my mom would break stuff.
No,
over
I believe
us.
it. I believe it. I'm
Break
just
stuff
joking.
over you?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah,
We
my,
were bad sometimes.
my mom was the one who actually dispensed justice. in my
Yeah,
house.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Hey, Mace, I was
What's the
walking
worst thing though? So belt is Mace.
Belt,
that's
I
your-
think
okay.
Belt
I
is
think
worse.
is rough.
Yeah, belt is worse.
George has the broom to the forehead.
Broom is
But
awful.
it wasn't like a lot of brooms. It was just the one broom. So.
My mother always had this threat, and I always challenged her until she finally one day decided to try it. She told me, your big mouth is going to get you into trouble. She was right. And she said, I'm going to sew your mouth shut. And I was like, you can't sew my mouth shut, Ma. And then she beat me down, held me down between her legs, and had like a needle and thread. It was trying to poke the needle. She was like holding my lips and was trying to
That would
poke
get
the
me to
needle.
shut up for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Was she actually going to do it, or she's trying to scare you?
Well, I think she was trying to scare me, but where she
Oh.
really scared me was when she put me in a headlock, took me into her shower, and told me she was going to put soap in my mouth. And these were the old days of bar soap.
Right.
I
You
still
know?
use those.
So like a Coast deodorant soap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was like the random hair that was in that soap or on that bar. It was pretty bad. I got beat up a lot as a kid by my mom, you know.
Yeah.
Rough.
And my dad.
Rough.
Now I get why we all have therapy sessions.
Yeah,
man.
we all have
Seriously.
therapy. We're all in
We
therapy.
need it. And now
you
Mace just gave me his therapist
Cappy,
number.
are you in therapy?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm currently
My
in
guy's
therapy.
really good.
He
I
should
gave
be.
his number.
He's good?
Yeah, he's
Mine
really
does
good.
telehealth if you want, Cap. You don't even have to go anywhere.
Oh,
My
that's helpful.
therapist, Michael Thompson.
Michael Thompson.
Yeah.
Mace, I was walking along the beach the other day in Santa Monica. Came across a lamp, polished it, and a genie comes out. Grants me a wish. One wish, he says. So I just wish to be happy. Now I live in the freaking dwarfs and I work in a mine.
Now I what?
I don't get it.
Seven dwarves. Come on, man.
I live with six
ridiculous.
freaking dwarfs and I work in a mine.
He's happy. Get
Happy.
it? He's happy.
Happy.
The doors.
Because he's happy.
That's a reach.
That was
Boy, Michael.
Not one of
Hey,
your best
don't you-
ones. Not one of your best ones.
Is
I gotta be
that
honest.
really the way you want to go out?
You didn't get that.
You got anything better?
You got
than that?
another one?
I got another one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
You got to go out on a
Who's
good one,
texting you these? Because I see you're looking through your phone for these.
Yeah.
I think I know.
man. Somebody texting him dad jokes?
No. Yeah, Jorge.
Yeah, it's Jorge.
Brione.
Here you go.
It
Here you
makes
go. Here you go.
sense.
Here
It
you
makes
go.
sense.
Let's try
5
this.
ants rented an apartment with another 5 ants. Now they're 10 ants.
I think I could say this on the radio.
Go ahead.
Very
Oh
honest.
boy.
Well,
There
we're
we
about
go.
to find out.
I
Mason's
just
got
finger
his
on the
finger on the dump button.
No way, man.
The
No
other
way, man. Say
day,
it.
I overdosed on Viagra. It was the hardest day of my life.
Yeah! That one I like.
Ba-dum-bum. There, you went out.
You went out on
winner.
a high note.
Went out on the win.
Beautiful.
All right, coming up for you is Shadano and Cappy. Don't forget Lakers basketball tonight here on 710 ESPN. John Ireland, Michael Thompson with the call. And over on our sister station, 1110, we've got El Tráfico. We've got the Galaxy versus LAFC. Don't forget, Super Crosstalk is brought to you by Coors Light, keeping Southern California chill all season long. We will be here to celebrate a Lakers victory and an LAFC victory tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mason said the Clippers are going to win by 10.